WrestleMania has come and gone. We had a great time. It was a fantastic 6 hours of wrestling action. Yes, 6 hours. We'll talk about that. We'll break down the matches. And we will throw an RKO out of nowhere at you when Loki and Jabroni give you one match they wish they would have seen at WrestleMania 34. Strap in, motherfuckers. We're in for a WrestleMania hoedown ride. Here we go. Right now, Loki and Jabroni Show.
To the GOAT podcast of the East Coast. That is right. Loki and Jabroni Show is right back in your face. This shout out especially goes out to the old lady who honked her horn a million times when we were trying to help Mama 2 move. To the left of me is my friend as always.
I'm Dr. Phil McGraw.
McGrubbles, it doesn't matter.
Listening to this show will make you a good person, and I will give you one copy of my book free to tell you how to be a good person. I'm Jabroni.
This person definitely needed to see Dr. Phil.
How to live. And a man in the box, as always, trying to fix our internet woes and problems.
I tried.
And his name is?
Eddie Focus.
Very good.
And I think this problem is way above my pay grade.
Yeah,
possibly.
I think this is well beyond that. I think this is in Comcast's corner now. They need to drive some of their trucks out here because you have two families with multiple tap-ins into here, and what you think you used to have was like an old couple that didn't tap into say nothing, and
they got like 80 kids running around with their gimmick phones, and
so I'm kind of crunched for time today. I have a wee one with me. And even though the dog was passed out and I gave her a Kong full of peanut butter.
You gave her a fucking NyQuil is what you did.
I know. It's in the peanut butter. She's going to be like,
ignore that green thing. Just keep going.
Just keep licking. We're going to get pretty much right to it and let you guys in on our thoughts of WrestleMania and everything else.
Sure.
I unfortunately missed it.
Real quick,
I did watch some highlights though.
Okay, so you saw
we'll do a
gimmick
quick,
greatest hits
what's
package.
on your mind?
Oh yeah,
quick little smackdown. A little side note. You know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
Crohn's finally got to me, man.
Did it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't. I've noticed that. Unfortunately, the fine beverage that has made me part of this show forever and ever. You guys always saw me with a bottle or a glass or something in my hand, and just recently my love for IPA has
telling you, those dirty IPAs.
Why don't you shut your filthy trap and let the man
taking
finish?
It to a whole other level. I just can't drink beers no more. It fucks with my Crohn's way too much.
Did you look for the premiere?
I haven't done it yet. So, but today, Mike.
What did Mike do?
Mike went out and decided to go with this Bullet bourbon company. Now I've seen this truck logo a lot everywhere, like all over Connecticut. Mm-hmm. So I thought they were pretty local, but no, they're just working harder than Jack because they're from Louisville, Kentucky. So they're not much further from Lynchburg. All right.
Well, when you think about it, Jack really doesn't have to work hard. They're the established name in the industry, even though they suck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you're obviously not selling. If I'm seeing a lot more of these trucks running back and forth, you know,
Bazinga, right there.
So,
see,
the price
they're at the phase where they have to hustle because they're not at Jack level.
Their price,
so they can spend more time on the quality of the product.
Exactly, it isn't much more, but
it's enough for a McDonald's cup worth.
How's it treating you?
That's a pretty tasty Jack. I can put that in iced tea and think I would have a good day.
Now I'm going to feel very bad because if you cannot drink beer, you know, that's going to, you know, you go to the ball game, you have a beer. You go to this, you have a beer. You do the Sunday night karaoke gimmick schnabbits, you have a beer.
Yeah, I know.
And now that is all ruined. It's kind of like me and popcorn, although I can live without popcorn. I can't live without fucking beer.
I'm pretty sure I can push the limit here and there. It's not like I can never have it.
Right.
It got to a point where I literally was having not getting wasted all the time, but even just playing Monster Hunter at home, I'd crack open a couple beers, and this was like almost an everyday thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I realized every day I started getting the pains, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was taking coffee out. Thank God it wasn't coffee. Like I told you personally, I would have killed somebody.
Yeah.
If it was coffee. If I am that person. Like when you're growing up, you never say, who the hell be addicted to coffee? Yeah, well, that's me now, dude.
It's not the coffee so much as maybe the caffeine.
You know what? I even tried just going to say like sodas or something like that and try to cut coffee out completely. And it's just that warm cup of happiness in the morning and even everybody knows it. Like even if I'm in the bench and I got my cup and I'm like this, man, don't come in. Just let me have that sip. I don't care if it's on fire.
Being addicted to energy drinks, as you guys know I am, there is a big difference between soda caffeine, energy drink caffeine,
and coffee
tea caffeine, and coffee caffeine.
Right.
So like espresso caffeine is obviously
that's like wake you right the fuck up.
So if you like coffee, like I'm convinced coffee is an acquired thing, and if coffee becomes part of your culture, there's that C word, the culture, it's hard to let it go.
No, it is absolutely.
So
absolutely.
And tea ain't gonna cut it.
So, so unfortunately, like I said, maybe here and there, catch me outside.
Try the Corona Premier.
Like I said, maybe when we have like a cheese episode or something like that, and I'm already going to fuck myself up with some cheese.
Why not? At that point,
I'll bring a 6-pack of it next week. You can try it out.
Exactly. If you're already going to fuck up your insides, you might as well go all the way.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, but I have my backup because I actually have been doing more Jack and Cokes lately. And real quick side note, real sad side note. I just started working there like 2 months ago. Maggie's on Fridays.
I saw
Maggie's
that.
is closing, unfortunately. This is another one of those small businesses that, just call it maybe where it was or whatever it was.
That location has been pretty historically terrible.
Pretty brutal. Yeah, it's been pretty brutal.
You guys know Hartford, right?
Yeah.
Sully's in Hartford is closing.
No.
And they own a pizza place, I think. That's closing too.
I didn't know about the pizza place, really.
He owns them both.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was going to focus more on the pizza place because he was making more money there. I didn't know he was closing both.
He's having problems with he posted on his Facebook. If you go on his Facebook page, he's just having problems with Hartford's cracking down on everything fun. And
of course, why would you want to have fun in the capital city?
Because there's no more clubs, there's no more real bars anymore. There's no life in Hartford.
Yeah. No.
And because, whatever.
It's daytime, man. It's an industrial now. It really is. I've seen it transform in the last 9-10 years when I've been working there, going there every day. It has transformed into an industrial complex. Right where I'm at right now, I mean, you can see it. Little fucking restaurants just disappearing. These little fast delis and fast food all over the place.
You would think a capital city is supposed to be the epicenter of the whole state.
Right.
I know.
You would think.
Except here in good old Connecticut.
But no. It's just where the governor takes a shit every day.
Exactly. You're right.
He doesn't wipe.
Dumping grounds, right.
He doesn't wipe.
No, he does on Little Citizens. Just grabs one.
You haven't had him wipe all over you, bro?
It's like that joke with the bear.
Pretty close.
Hey,
rabbit. That's Emma's favorite joke. That's my kid's favorite joke. She cleans it up nice when she tells her little friends on the playground, though. That's good shit.
What do you got, man?
I got a question for you, and then I'm going to follow it up with a second question, and I'm kind of going to go with the do you know it's fucked up bit, too. What's the first rule of Fight Club?
Tell everyone
not filming on your gimmick phone. Rule number 2, you don't talk about Fight Club.
Record it on.
And this is one of those things where this is a national story, and we happen to know the guy involved.
I can't believe it's national. I knew he was going to be famous.
National,
did
you see the little gimmick video that somebody made selling T-shirts and shit?
Yeah.
And he said him by name, and I'll say his name. Fuck it, Ryan Fish. We know Fish. Fish is a guy we see nearly every weekend, and he's running junior high school.
Dressed,
yeah,
he's down there.
Little did we know he's like the Vince McMahon of Montville.
Sad part is he was on the board of education.
I know.
That's where That's where I'm. Look, and I you know me, when it comes to fucking shit on Facebook, I'm the first one to admit when I'm wrong. And this one person, he bashed him. He was like, this guy needs to serve time, blah, 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 blah. Look, when I was thinking he's just a substitute teacher, absolutely. What are they making? Like literally, like $100 a day. If
Maybe.
that. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
Maybe.
They don't give.
Yeah,
a shit.
substitutes are per diem.
Right, exactly. They don't give a shit. But if you're on the board of education, you have to go through some shit to get on the board of education, dude.
Well, you got to be elected, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But he's letting down a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
So it just like you said, this brings it. The only thing that would have topped it is if he was in Florida.
Yeah.
That was it. This is the only way.
And we knew him.
Right, exactly. But I'm telling you, for me, that was when I was like, you know what? You're right.
Now, obviously, Fisher's old enough to have seen Fight Club.
Yeah.
But
23 years old.
These idiot kids. First of all, I don't know if he said to keep it a secret. I'm not going to go ask a bunch of 12-year-olds. Did Mr. Fish ask you to keep this quiet?
I mean, you had to have seen this guy with a
oh yeah, with his little phone.
He even zooms in on him at one point over there.
He's laughing and just giggling and having a good time. But that's not something you do with 12-year-old kids. You know, let them fight on the play. Now you can't even fight on a playground now because
rules are different. And you know what's funny is you saw it, we all saw it. You just stick up for 1 second, say, "I'll let them fight their boys." You done crucified.
You're done
crucified. You have 5 people. They're like, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. That's the same way. That's how we grew up. And then you have 15 holy rollers just coming in, thumping their fucking ever-loving Bibles with their rolling pins.
And sometimes it's not even the holy roller. Sometimes it's just Snowflake Jones coming in. It's like, oh my God, how could you let a child do that? Did you ever get in a fight when you were younger, Mrs. Jones?
Nope.
No.
Never.
Liar. Bullshit. Because you fought this girl.
Never jumped into a fucking pool. Never did anything illegal. Never
horseshit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Never had premarital sex.
We know.
Never got knocked up by my uncle.
Do you got anything to add?
That's
to this?
only Florida and Arkansas.
Besides the fishery.
No,
the first rule of Fish Club.
I saw that.
You don't talk about Fish Club.
The second rule of Fish Club.
I saw that.
Do not record Fish Club.
The third rule of Fish Club.
You're going to get Mr. Fish fired.
See, and now you could have had a cool-ass substitute.
There's a couple of things on that. The first thing I thought of, I was like, 1, my usual thing, you need to get rid of public schools. 2, it made me think of Norwich Tech and the prostitution ring.
Yes.
And
Mr. Nadelia. State Cop Jones.
And I'm just like, and number 4 was like, number 3 rather was just like, and these people want more money. Like, that's all I thought.
Not every teacher is like, no, I don't know what kind of teacher Ryan Fish was. I know what kind of person he was when he was presented in front of us. Now we know there's a shady side to him. But
I was going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he probably wasn't a very good teacher if he was more worried about how the children looked at him. He was more worried about making friends. You know who the best teachers were? The assholes.
Yeah.
You know who you went back and you saw? Those assholes.
Oh, yeah.
Because you actually learned something, and at the end of the year...
You shook their hand, you thanked them.
Exactly.
That's not true.
Dan
Fuck Mr.
motherfucking Mello.
Fuck Mr. Hasted to hell.
Come on,
Fuck
we love
that guy.
Mr. Marsha Mello.
Dan Mello was one, absolutely. Mr. Mazzarella was another.
Mazzarella, I love Mr. Dude, like, how does he marry a Marsha, though? He's a dick.
Marsha.
She knew ahead of time. He didn't walk up and say, hi, I'm Dan Jacobs, or hi, I'm Dan Fiddlefuck.
As she is giving him fucking dome, he's like, Marsha Mello.
My last name is Mello. Don't move, don't fucking move. Enjoy the sweet Jet Puff flavor. Just eat it.
Still to this day.
Can't believe it.
Marsha Mello.
Anywho. Fuck. So why don't we talk about Wrestlemania?
Love you, Mr. Mello.
Hey, before we do, just real quick.
Yes.
We should put it out there. In a very short time span, we lost 2, I think, culturally significant people. Harry Anderson passed away.
Yeah.
Yes, Night
Court, comedian. The first It. He was actually in that.
My first memory of him was Harry the Hat on Cheers, the sham artist.
Yeah.
And he was in, what was the big charity comedy thing Billy Crystal and them did?
Comic Relief.
Comic Relief. He was in like most of those.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. If you go back and you watch some of these, like they have the Nick at Night. Well, they don't have it anymore, but we had it growing up.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I want to say like early 30s, especially when I'm sitting around, the kids still up and you're kind of like relaxing and Nick at Night comes on. You see these actors in bit parts. And it's crazy. And he was one of them. Like, you see him all the time in these little fucking movies, and you're like, holy shit, dude, that's fucking so...
Because it's funny.
Judge Harry Stone right there.
All he wanted to do was his magic tricks and stuff. He kind of got pulled into Night Court because his routine was so good, obviously. And he
made a fucking perfect judgment.
Oh, yeah.
I think he lived in New Orleans. He owned a business in the French Quarter, and he would just kind of go around town doing magic tricks for people. It's just all he did. And, it's really sad. I mean, we haven't seen him in much, but yeah, that scares me. I hate that. And because we recently talked about him for a good, 20 minutes on our last show, Gunny Ermey passed away.
Ermey,
Yeah. Wow.
He's an icon. He's an icon. He's everything that stood for freaking Marines growing up.
And
I don't give a fuck.
Former First Lady Barbara Bush is on the way out.
I saw that this morning, too. They're not making any statements until she's, quote, heaven bound.
But let's be honest. It's there.
We know. She's 95.
Both her and George are, up there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, George is practically debilitated. He's not walking on his own or anything, so he's up there.
I bet he still has more brain power than his idiot sons.
I'm pretty damn sure. Pretty damn sure. I will
Fucking
bank on
morons.
that. All right.
Go ahead.
There we go. Now we will break on down real quick WrestleMania and our thoughts on it. Matches. First of all, before we even get into that, can I just say you mentioned it in the intro? 6 hours.
Oh, and on top of that, 3.5 hours for me of Texas racing. You were working, I believe.
Hours, yeah, 6 hours. But no, I was
long fucking day.
For the first time ever, they actually gave you a WrestleMania as well. I will never forget the time when I spent $80 for WrestleMania. It was one of the first times I did it in HD, and you had HD TVs and this, that, and the other thing. And it was over at 10:15, dude.
Yeah, they went from 7 to 10. Special start time so the kiddies can watch it and then go to bed and tell all their friends, I got WrestleMania and you didn't.
And some of them ended up just being a Saturday night's main event.
Pretty much.
Well, that's all it was. It was a regular pay-per-view because regular pay-per-views were 3 hours. Man, I was heated. I have never been more pissed off ever. And the fact that this was just 6 hours like that. And every match, I mean,
wasn't the last really long one the second one? Because it was in multiple cities?
It was long, but it wasn't like this kind of fucking long.
Yeah, no,
when the main show started at 7.
4.5 hours.
And they went dark at 11:45. So this is 4 hours and 40 minutes of just the pay-per-view feed. Or if you're watching the network, it was just the network feed. Then you throw the 3 matches of the 2 hour pre-show. Yeah. I'm talking 7 hours. Yeah, I know. Way too much. Even for me, once a year when I watch a pay-per-view like this, 3 hours, 4 hours, I can handle that. But 7 freaking hours.
I bet you it's because the last couple, a lot of people are complaining they weren't getting their money's worth. Remember the one you bought and the feed kept dying and they were refunding a lot of people. So they're probably being all right, you know what? Let's give them their $80.
Okay, but then again, you look at someone who's sitting on their couch with the $80 and whatnot. Now think of the guys like Colin Vassallo, like Mike Riccardi, friends of mine, ours, everybody who were in New Orleans. Rob Feinstein was in New Orleans. Animal, Bob Backlund, all in New Orleans at the show. 7 hours to be sitting in an arena? Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're giving away naked photos of Alexa Bliss. I am not sitting in the arena for 7 fucking hours. Yeah. Just too long.
Yeah, you would.
Too long. 6 hours and 40 minutes? Maybe, but not 7. And you got to remember, everybody files in an hour and a half beforehand because you're filling a football stadium. Now you're talking 8-9 hours you've been in this freaking building. That's called work, ladies and gentlemen. You get paid to do that.
And imagine, too, the prep before and the teardown afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Days, plural, they put up that set. And they knocked it down in just under a day.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah, but they have separate trucks for that. It's not like Monday Night Raw where you take it into Hartford, you put it up, the show's over, you tear it down, you drive to the next town. That's what was it? What was the announce attendance? 87,000 and some change. Get them in, get them out, clean up, tear down, everything. Now you
and that's
leave
for a one shot. So it's all that money goes into a set that's never going to be used again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You're never going to see that elaborate New Orleans themed. Wasn't it beautiful, though? That was gorgeous.
Yeah. And well, they also, they turned around, I think recently, was it on the internet? They showed a lot of these, where they had the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics. And one of this place was it in Brazil when they had the crazy one? Well, they had the bobsled, and dude, it was completely overtaken by vines and all.
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
because once they
surreal.
build it and they leave, they don't use it again.
It's over, right? You never use it again. It's the same thing. With
One
this
town, Montreal, built that expo center, and that's where, oddly enough, the Montreal Expos played after the Montreal Olympics of 68. 64. Whenever it was in the 60s, Montreal, and they used that stadium over and over again for hockey, baseball, wrestling, concerts. The one in Atlanta, they built it for 96. They used it a couple times after that, and by 99 it was tore down.
I can't remember where it is, but they built this Wizard of Oz theme park, and it's still there. It's so dark.
It's creepy.
Nobody brought their kids there, and they're like, you look, there's mushrooms and trees with creepy faces on them and shit. And,
that would be cool. I want to go to that.
Well, the books are really dark. They're not like full on children's books.
Yeah, no, I just lost.
Children shouldn't have books anyway. Fuck them.
Yeah, they should have Kindles.
Right? What? No.
Yes.
Stop. All right. So
and they should go to www.eddiejakes.com for fine Kindle entertainment.
There you go. The one match I didn't see, but Mike did, was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which was won by Woken Matt Hardy.
Yes, very, very awesome. By the way, that was perfect. Bray Wyatt was there too, which,
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
When Loki sighs.
Yeah, you know.
Why do you do this, WWE? Why? Why do you bring us on these super cool roller coaster rides and then just leave us in like Philly
and just put them together?
We're just like,
these guys could have had the best feud of the year, and then they threw them together. Dumb.
When they were hugging,
dumb.
and then they do the thing over each other. I was like, what is this? Are they DX?
And then he gives the speech. Here? I think it was the next night I watched it's the 5-minute highlight reel on WWE Network, which you can get by going to www.lokiandjabroni.com/wrestling. $9.99 a month. I'm a subscriber now.
You missed it for free. Missed it for free.
Ooh, I got WrestleMania for free, bitches. Anyway, he goes on this speech, and I found the one in the Matt Hart, and I will follow you to the whatever, dude. You just basically killed off your character.
Yeah.
And you're diluting Matt Hardy at the same time.
Well, the scary thing is I told you what they plan on doing. They plan on making him the new frickin' the tax dude, the frickin' the IRS guy.
Oh God, please no.
No, I'm not
so
even
they're
joking.
recycling old characters.
Why not? It was his father.
Yes, exactly.
I know, but
exactly.
Hey, we had a great idea. Why don't you just go out and be your dad?
Just go be your dad. Yeah, because we tried this so many times and it's failed.
Right?
Since it's tax day. Can I tell you my really bad IRS joke?
Can you?
That was my bad IRS joke.
Can you say your signature line first?
No. It's part of the joke.
Okay.
What do you call it when the IRS collects your taxes?
Theft.
What do you call it when the IRS collects your taxes?
IRS?
Armed theft.
Oh Lord!
Actually, I think is it IRSI or ISCL? Anyway, it's the armed division of the IRS.
Oh, fantastic! So they can come in and shoot me if I don't pay my.
There are a group of agents that carry weapons.
Fantastic! So. Why didn't anybody shoot Pete Rose back in the day?
He didn't fight back,
or Wesley Snipes, or what have you?
Probably didn't fight back. All right, so
I'm sure when he was served, one of the armed ones were with the agent.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I will bring up one quick point. Baron Corbin getting chucked out by Matt Hardy also pisses me off. Nothing against Matt. I love Matt. I love the fact that they're allowing the Woken character broken,
woken, same.
Oh my God, they're using the word woke.
Yes.
Yep. Woken. Woken.
If I still had the trigger,
it's Woken Matt Hardy instead of the Woken Matt Hardy. Anyways, what? Not only this match single-handedly blew two people's career like right out the door. Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, was untouchable.
They were building him as a monster.
He was untouchable. For 3 months. I don't know what and then boom, gone. Just gone.
He pissed somebody off.
Just gone.
Had to piss somebody off.
Next, was the
Cruiserweight Championship
which
final.
I was watching that on the way to your house.
I thought it was a pretty good match.
It was good.
Cedric Alexander beat Mustafa Ali.
The heart and soul they called it. And they did. They beat the bejesus out of each other.
One thing that I don't like that the lighter guys, the cruiserweights, if you want to call them that, lightweights, etc., do. It's all gymnastics now. There's really no struggle.
Talk about his fucking move.
Oh, what, that Spanish fly?
Holy shit.
Badass.
What?
And then it got stolen later on in the show.
Yes, by freaking, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. Very good call. Very good call.
Because when they called it during the match that we're going to talk about later, I'm like, wait a minute. That's Cedric's finish right there.
Yeah.
You
what
just
a
stole.
Badass move, too. What a badass
That is pretty
move.
badass.
I will say that. Great move. A great decision to do that. Cruiserweight needs a push, man. When you turned it to 205, I had no idea what the hell you were doing.
Give them their own platform.
I'll be honest. WCW did it. Remember, it never takes off. For some reason, you can have a Divas division, you can have a hardcore division, you can have a tag team division. When you make a cruiserweight division, you're just asking for disaster. I don't know why. It just doesn't happen.
My only opinion on that is they don't give them the platform. I mean, if you look at this rundown, they got 12 minutes to get in their stuff, and it was a good match all the way around.
Yeah.
But when you have an hour show like 205 Live, and you have each of you get 8 minutes, and you get 5 minutes, and you get
like 3 minutes.
Right. It looks like
You're doing a finish.
It looks like a gymnastic car wreck.
Yeah.
No, there's no struggle. As much as I shit on Roman Reigns, I'd rather see a struggle, somebody who looks like they're actually fighting and putting forth the effort to win something than do a bunch of flips and turns and rollovers.
When I don't know who the writer was at the time, but when they were hardcore bringing up the Lucha Libres in WCW, they were very smart.
Bischoff.
Yeah. Yeah. They were very smart with how they did it. In between these NWO things, you'd have the Luchas come out and do their thing. It wasn't just okay for an hour they had Luchas. No, Luchas were throughout the whole show.
Oh, yeah, interspersed.
Right, and then you'd even have a main event Lucha thing come out, and that match was usually 9 times out of 10 pretty fucking
Oh, yeah, I just watched the other night Slamboree 98 that came out of Worcester that Mike Coons and his wife and I went to, and they had the Cruiserweight Battle Royal. And right afterward, the winner faced Jericho for the Cruiserweight title, and that was 20 minutes of some of the best action because it wasn't all flip gymnastic, nickery. It was, we're going to struggle, we're trying to win something. And then it was Cyclope that won.
Yeah.
Who, nobody gave a fuck about Cyclope, the real Cyclope. But that night they gave a fuck because when he took off the mask, it was Jericho's arch rival, Dean Malenko!
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to beat the shit out of Jericho. And it looked convincing. It looked real.
It was awesome.
You're like, wow, you're trying to win something instead of just being cartwheels and fairy flips and bullshit.
So we have the women's
battle royal.
Yes,
Do not mention the name of Lillian Ellison ever in the history of ever.
Yes, we cannot.
I will say Lillian Ellison because all of you are going to your Google machine right now. If you're not a fan of wrestling, who the fuck is? Oh yeah, her.
Yeah,
the pimp. The drug dealer, all of it.
All that.
Yeah, they oh, never mind. I'm going to shut up now. There was an easy fix for that. They named the women's, what do you call it? They had a tournament. Named the trophy after Mae Young. Mae Young never did anything wrong. Name it after Lita. Name it after Trish.
Yeah.
Name it after, it doesn't have to be Memorial
Trish.
Either, but.
Trish would have been a very good call.
Cripes, I'm trying to remember her name. She died a couple of years ago. Luna Vachon. It could have been Luna Vachon. But no,
I think Trish, she was bad arse, dude. Like she.
Oh yeah, in the beginning she just was bad.
Yeah.
And then she worked and worked and worked and became Trish Stratus in capital letters.
Yes.
Fantastic. But yeah, not a bad deal. Surprise ending.
Yeah, Naomi, I didn't see her. I thought she was out. I honestly, of course, it was one of those that it happened over in the corner.
Yep, and the cameras,
Yeah, exactly. So you really didn't see it. Of course, they got you good on that one. And then she came in. We thought Bayley won. and she just came rolling in, and Bailey knew it. Bailey saw it, and she was like, yep, I just wasted too much of my energy. This bitch is going to get me.
Well, especially when your last two was Bailey and Sasha, and they'd been going back and forth for weeks now, and then, they were tearing it up.
Yeah.
Ed said it best after the Royal Rumble, and we've all said it week after week after week. The women's wrestling, right now, best in the business.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck Wendy Richter, fuck Lillian Ellison. Seriously, go to your Google machine, look up Lillian Ellison. And,
Did you say fuck Wendy Richter?
Yes. Compared to, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Bailey, Sasha, Alexa, Nia Jax.
I'm not going to respect the opinion that if someone who doesn't think Uncle Elmer needs to go in the Hall of Fame.
Uncle Elmer shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame and isn't in the Hall of Fame. Hillbilly fucking Jim is, and he shouldn't be in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Bullshit.
Fight me. Uncle Elmer, my ass.
So
Wendy
it was
great.
She was good, but
not too much on that one. It was interesting.
It was fun for what it was. And what it reminded me of was like a high school fight. Strangely enough, Fish, you should have watched the Battle Royal. You might have learned something. Where in the beginning, they all ganged up on one chick, threw her out.
Yeah.
Then they picked a new chick, ganged up on her, and threw her out. After about 4 of those, we were sitting there like, this is stupid. Then they all just went at it, which was great.
What the fuck is her face from Riot Squad that has the half pants there?
Is that Ruby Riot?
Ruby, yes. Oh my, she scares the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, she's a special kind of fucked up.
She scares the bejesus out of me. I think like she would probably eat my face, like literally. I think dude, there's something up with her. All right.
So now the show starts.
It does. Now the show starts.
That was all just the preview.
Those are the three pre-shows. And don't forget, dumb move, WWE. If you're highlighting the Andre Battle Royal or the Cruiserweights or the Women's Battle Royal, do not go side by side and throw a bumper on for the Ronda Rousey match later on, because now you're just pissing on everybody doing the work in the ring. Poor fucking move. Dumb. Absolutely hated it. You don't put a bumper on in the middle of a match. That's why it's called a
bumper. During the match.
Right
in the middle, and they went to a split screen.
They did.
And you didn't hear commentary. You heard like, tonight and tonight only. Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey, $5 buys a seat.
They completely just cut to it. They just put it in the corner.
One was up top and one was at the bottom. You had the WrestleMania logo in the middle, and there was like, here it comes, the fight of the century.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
We all looked at each other like, exactly. Why are you doing this?
It shows just how much confidence they have in their actual match going on to keep the people interested.
The only thing I can think of is because it was the USA free TV pre-show that these matches were on, and you're trying to maybe get last-minute buyers. Hey, I can watch 3 WrestleMania matches and not watch the show, but now it's like, you must watch Ronda fucking Rousey. I agree that's
a good idea, but you do that by putting on great wrestling,
right?
And then say, want more?
Check this out.
Understand, this is also Triple H that we're talking about, who has a lot of these fucking harebrained schemes at this point. It's, let's be honest.
If not him, I would say either Vince or Kevin Dunn, who is the head producer of all of this.
So Seth Rollins, Miz, and Finn Balor.
Yes.
I think we all went in here. I was expecting Miz to regain it.
I was expecting Balor to win
Balor to take it. I think didn't he have Eric also have Finn?
I think Eric had Finn. Eric B. Mitchell had Finn in his picks.
So when Seth actually won it, I think every single one of us was like,
it wasn't quite a letdown, but it was like he's been to the mountain, man. You owe Finn Balor a lot right now.
Yeah, but didn't Seth need that to make his like?
Oh yeah, the Circle of Life or the Grand Slam Booty-O's champion or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
it. The Grand Slam, whatever they call it. And then goes and loses it not even a week later to Matt Hardy.
Did Matt Hardy win? I've been out of the loop a little bit.
He's going to be.
I thought Jeff Hardy beat.
We're
jumping ahead of myself. We have
Jeff,
2 matches away.
I'm sorry, Jeff. You're right.
I was going to say because Seth showed up last night with the title on. Yep, I did watch Raw last night. First of all, Roman Reigns, don't wear a man bun. You're a bitch.
Yeah, but Jeff beat him.
Yes, Jeff beat the other guy. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Right.
But this match, I knew it was going to be good. You have 3 solid workers in there. You can tell. Did anybody happen to see the face of Finn Balor when they're outside the ring and Seth Rollins picks him up for the barricade bomb, and you just see all the color run away from Finn Balor's face like, oh shit, not again. Yeah. He's going to kill me again, and wiggle out. And I'm sure it was part of the game and part of the script, part of the show, but as soon as he picks him up, you just see his face go, oh shit, I'm going to die. because that's how. Again, they owe Finn Balor a lot. They have to give him more than what they're giving him.
I was really. I only think because he's the fucking Mighty Morphin White Power Ranger that they gave him the white belt. That's the only thing I see.
It's been the white belt for a while, though. Dating back to what's his nuts there? Cody Rhodes.
I know.
When it changed over.
Yeah, I know.
See, I did my homework. I've been researching the old shit so I can come in with the new shit.
I don't got too much on there. I like Miz. I like where he's become. I like how people hate on him. I love that. He's a solid fucking worker on the mic, dude. He really is. Like, he's a horrible actor, I ain't gonna lie, but that's what makes him so good on the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of the best stuff in the company right now, speaking-wise, is done by The Miz.
Dude, they brought back, and this is in my honest opinion, they brought back fucking Daniel Bryan to do this fucking Miz fucking confrontation. Did you see this, dude? Like... And they when Daniel Bryan retired, they were trying to go at each other. As a matter of fact, when Daniel Bryan had a hurt neck, Miz was slamming his head into the thing and messing his. All the fans hated him for it. It was great. Right. It was great. But now they're bringing that back. But this is how much this guy fucking hate. You love to hate the guy. You really do. Like I said, I got not much for it. It had to happen. Seth Rollins, I guess, is out of the Shield. He's the one that pushed forward, man.
Part of that is true. I'll buy it. They're still trying to show. They're still trying to show hurt.
Yeah, he's always going to be hurt, though.
Well, because he's don't get me started. Oh, motherfucker! I see all these kids running around. One of the kids that works with us on Saturdays, Nate, always comes in with his Shield gimmick this or Dean Ambrose gimmick that. He's like, yeah, so I like Nate. He's like, hey, what do you think of my Dean Ambrose gear? I'm like, how much did you spend on that? Oh, this was $20. You spent $19 too much.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose is, I don't want to overuse the word gimmick. He's clown shoes, man. Dean Ambrose is, seriously, he's clown shoes. It's good for what it was for when you did it, but I don't buy him. When he did the match with Brock, was that last year's WrestleMania?
Yes.
Where he worked Brock, and nobody bought it. I don't think anybody watching with us or anybody watching at home gave him, a piece of shit's chance anywhere that said, oh yeah, Dean Ambrose is going to beat Brock. No, motherfucker. You suspend disbelief for a minute. You know why Rey Mysterio won that title back in the day? Luck.
Yes.
It's scripted that way, yes, but luck. And that's the way it was always going to be looked at. Eddie Guerrero beating Brock Lesnar. I could buy Eddie Guerrero because he's a lifelong wrestler from a wrestling family. You can buy that.
When he beat Kurt Angle.
If James Ellsworth ever beat the Big Show, luck.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And I don't buy into Dean Ambrose at all, ever. Fuck him.
No, I agree. So like I said, going into that, I guess you give it to Rollins because you got to go with it. So
you certainly do.
There we go. So now here we go on
a little bit of Facebook Live
one
here.
Of my favorite matches.
My favorite match of the night.
Absolutely. Charlotte Flair and Asuka. Can we just, like I said, I said the week before I became an Asuka fan, a fanboy, but I've always loved Charlotte. Charlotte is she's the epitome of her father, even more so. She is a better wrestler. She's a better mic personality.
Ooh, I'm going to argue that one. But so far, you've got me so far.
I'm going to say, look, like maybe not like at this moment, but look what she's doing now. And look where he was, where she was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's got it. This whole promo, watch this whole Asuka fucking Charlotte up until WrestleMania. These two ladies fed off each other, man.
Oh, sure.
And it was beautiful. It was perfect. And last but not least, she's good to look at, man. I mean, she ain't got much for a butt. I ain't gonna lie, she's kind of like this. It's like we talk about that. It's like this.
She is sort of easy on the eyes, and I don't say that. I don't say this to be rude, but I really want you to take a good look at Charlotte next to a picture of her old man. Because many of the same facial features, but still a beautiful woman.
No, absolutely.
And a hell of a worker. I will say this, and a lot of people out here are going to be like, oh my God, he just said that out loud live in front of people. Far and away, a better in-ring worker than her father.
Yeah.
At any point in his career.
I'll go
any
with
point. Fight me. I'll give you your ass.
The match was beautiful. It was beautiful. Asuka fucking gave 120%. Freaking Charlotte gave every bit of it. The ending, like we said,
you got the Spanish fly off the top.
The triple flip fucking grab Asuka, slam her face into the ground.
What the fuck was that? Oh, and when she caught her and went for they repeated a lot of finishes that night, and it kind of bothered me, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. But easily 1,000%, 1,000% match of the night was Charlotte and Asuka. I don't think going into it, when you're talking about the Asuka streak of 490 whatever straight days, 2.5 years, undefeated, X amount of matches, and a lot of people like myself thought it was a foregone conclusion. Asuka's walking away and she's going to be the champ, and hooray! And they totally swerve you in a good way.
In a great
because
way.
It did two things. One, it makes Asuka and the character hungrier to get forward and get the championship, but it also makes Charlotte legitimate, as if she wasn't before. Right. Now she's 1,000% legit.
I said before, man, they cast that shit perfect. It was the Queen versus the Empress, and that's how it was, man.
All right, we got a comment that says, okay, let's see. I'm going to turn this. Been looking at that Falcons Bud Light legit can everywhere. That wasn't the comment I wanted to read, but oh shit, we just got cut off.
Yeah,
well, anyway, the comment was, I'm crazy. Charlotte is good, but she's not Ric Flair good. Are we hot on the Facebook gimmick?
I got it up.
Okay, so Jeff, I want you to send your comment again.
No, we got it.
Wi-Fi working, but
no, I got to agree with you. I really do. If you watch her work and think of what she's brought it from. Now, people will say, "Oh, this is a Nikki and Bella founded this. Nikki and Bella made this stuff." They brought it a step.
You deserve to have John Cena leave you.
You took it. You took it in the step in the right direction. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to take that. I even say the same thing with Trish. All these girls, they paved it. Even the Glamazon. You weren't as good as these women are now.
Fuck Beck Phoenix doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
I get that. Me and you have already been there. Let me just say this, like I said before, it's straight up. All these women paved the steps, but these women that we have now, they're workers.
Oh, sure.
Get it through your head. And not only that, we realize that now. We're hungry for good matches from these women, dude. We're not only hungry, we want more. So when we see matches like this and we turn around and we go, oh my God, Charlotte and Asuka brought it. They brought it.
Put it this way. Who would have thought there'd be a day and age where we literally kind of just push the men to the back and be like, we need more of this women's wrestling.
Not even push the men to the back, where now the men have to look at each other and go, I have to follow that.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what we used to do when the women's match came on?
Popcorn, beer, pizza run,
exactly.
Fuck it.
Yeah, go out to the freaking kitchen and go.
Unless it was, again, we'll bring up the names: Trish, Lita,
Wendy Richter, and Moolah. Right.
Yeah, but even then, they only fought so many.
You're going to fight this Wendy Richter thing to the end, aren't you?
I am.
Fuck Wendy Richter.
But anyways, in the end,
I would have been
Charlotte,
the 80s.
Best match
Queen
of the night.
Stays, and like you said, do yourself a favor and look it up. If you don't have WWE, go to www.lokiandjordan.com. Buy the WWE Network right now, $9.99, and watch just that match.
And the best part is WrestleMania will still be free for you because you can watch. It's on the list. They rerun it. You can watch it at your leisure. I've gone apeshit when Angela goes to sleep. And I know when she's in a deep sleep, I'm watching
shows you don't want to watch.
I watch old shows.
Man.
I watch old shows.
Old Nitros.
That's all right. I watched shows I used to attend, like ECW November to Remember '97. I watched Slamboree. I'm looking forward to watching WrestleMania 11. World War III.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. If you're a fan of anything good, don't do it. Second worst pay-per-view ever, right behind Legends of Wrestling, where Jake Roberts comes out, turns around, goes back in, pukes, and then comes back to the ring, and he's drunker than shit. Look it up. Yes. If anybody can find it, send us a link.
World War III was
in the documentary?
Fucking bad, dude.
No. The documentary happened before Legends of Wrestling.
Don't forget.
Oh, so he relapsed or something?
You go to one ring, you can't touch the floor.
That's right. You got that Rey Mysterio hopping rings gimmick. Moving on. This was a match that was A, better than I thought it should be, and God. B, the ending was just what I wanted it to be because it was my pick. You had
US, yes.
Rusev, Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, 4 really different styles in the ring, but they work well together individually or as a collective. Yes. And Jinder Mahal walks away with the United States Championship, ending Randy Orton's 4.5-hour reign or whatever it was.
Yeah,
they really have to keep, like with Charlotte and AJ and all these guys, keep the belts on somebody for a long length of time. This hopscotch.
I thought Randy was going to hold this for a little bit. I thought this was their way of trying to bring Randy back. That's why I thought Randy was going to keep it.
You don't need to bring Randy back. He is at the forefront. You can insert him. Strangely enough, I would say this: if this was 20 years ago, if this was 20 years ago, and people weren't so titty sensitive and hyper fucking sensitive and all that bullshit, you could have Randy Orton go after the woman's title, and it's believable.
He would have done it too.
But nowadays, if Randy Orton came out and said, "I identify as a woman, and I want to fight Charlotte," guess what? Ta-da! He's now a fucking woman's title contender.
Yep.
Schnabitz bullshit. Jones.
So Jinder wins it.
Yes, I picked him.
Only to lose it.
Oh, Christ.
To Jeff.
The next night or the week after? No, last night.
It was last
week after, yeah.
It was a week after. Last night. Loses it to Jeff. And then, of course, he can use his claws, so guess where they're going?
Oh, he's going to SmackDown.
Right, exactly.
I called that shit last night as soon as he won.
He gets a rematch.
Oh, does he?
He gets a rematch in India.
Oh, at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Greatest Royal Rumble.
I can't wait to see that. I actually want to watch that.
I do too, actually.
They do some great things when they go overseas. It's just so good. Yeah. That they do these things, especially now going to India, having the Greatest Royal Rumble. One thing I learned, 2 things I learned. One, Rusev tweeted his way out of a match with The Undertaker at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
I saw that.
Replaced by Chris Jericho, which makes it even better because Jericho's the man. And 2, from what I understand, the women are not allowed to compete.
They're not allowed. Yes, they're not
More
allowed
archaic
to compete there.
bullshit.
Right, in India?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because they can't.
But they can have that lady dance on stage with a cobra, get bit, and die, but you can't have Alexa Bliss or Nia Jax go over there and fucking work.
Especially not Nia Jax.
So bring a cobra.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, no, I can't even admit. You know what? It's our show. I can do it. Aren't cows sacred over there?
Yeah, exactly. So you can't have a cow go down to the ring.
Not that I think Nia is a cow. I want to when we get to Nia Jax. You just wait. I got a lot.
This show had a great run.
I got a lot of great things to say about Nia Jax when we get to that match.
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
next.
Jinder was great. Everybody was great. Next was the bumper match.
Oh Jesus.
Well, I called the bumper match because they fucked up the women's battle royal.
What you're talking about? Oh, real quick.
Go.
Going back to Charlotte Flair, can we talk about how she took Triple H's entrance?
Oh, with the helmet and the guys
instead of, if you remember, I think it was 4 WrestleManias ago, Triple H was on a throne. Mm-hmm. He gets pushed out. He has the Amazons. They frickin' take off his armor and he comes marching down.
Now, didn't they all do that though? Like they had some kind of Roman thing going on.
No, that was one WrestleMania. They had the Roman
had
gimmick,
that,
number 9, I believe.
Yeah, whatever. But
Caesar's Palace.
He did his own. Triple H did his own.
Yeah,
and Charlotte did the same thing. Came out. Literally, I call it. I think it was the same throne.
It could be.
I think it was the same.
Since we're talking about Triple H in this next match, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon take on Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey.
That's the other reason I brought that up.
Triple H has been the king of these elaborate WrestleMania entrances. Now they recycled it so him and Stephanie could ride down on tricycles with motors.
With tree pigs.
Oh, Christ.
Did you notice he had a squad of tree pigs with him?
Yeah.
Not a biker, like a legit gang. He had a squad of hooker tree pigs with him.
New Orleans' finest hooker tree pigs. Thank you very much.
With his hooker grotopotamus fucking wife in tow. And that fucking skull mask, oh my
I actually
God.
have something.
Stop riding. Stop with the Undertaker ride the bike fucking gimmick.
It was done best by the Undertaker. Let it go.
It was done.
Chuck
best.
Palumbo did it better, for fuck's sake.
It was.
Didn't Hogan go down in his Harley a couple times?
Yes.
Once that I remember.
Once or twice.
Twice, maybe.
It was done best by fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin's RV.
That 4-wheeler.
ATV, all right.
That was badass with the flag on it and sheriff and all that bullshit. That was great. You can't beat that shit.
I actually have issues with
Kurt Angle,
that match.
Ronda Rousey, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon.
All right, I'm going to take Stephanie right out of the mix. I thought Kurt looked great, having only 2 professional matches in the last 4 years.
Can we talk about the fact that he had a broken freaking neck?
Yes.
All right,
we can.
And let's be honest, like he looks stiff.
He did, but for having only 2 matches in 4 years, he looked great.
No, that's what I'm saying. So for that being said, for as stiff as he was, he put on a show, man. He put on a fucking show. Ronda once again felt forced. I love her. She's got a great body. I love watching her little ass wiggle and her barely trying to keep her shirt on. You know, that's fun.
That little skirt was
that's fun. I ain't gonna lie, that's fun. But watching her try to act around that ring right now is painful. I'm not gonna lie, it's painful, man.
I have issues with the way they handled that match. For one, you remember Mayweather? He's at his peak and he's douchey and everybody hates him. And for some reason, the media got in their head, oh, let's have Ronda Rousey beat him up because she's like top of her form at the time. And she had made a statement along the lines of, I wouldn't do anything like that because I don't want a bunch of women and men thinking it's okay to punch each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was she doing in the corner 10 minutes into the match?
Yeah, she's totally scrapping with Triple H, which I get it. It's fun. Everybody likes to see it. But it's like, I didn't think that was a precedent. I didn't think that was a precedent.
Very borderline. Very borderline.
Everyone
especially
knows
when you see him when he's like, oh, she wants some of this.
Yeah,
like, you could see the sexist. Like, yes,
for her first live match to be in front of 87,000 people, I thought she came off pretty well.
No, it was good.
When I say pretty well, I go back to your statement. There were times where she looked stiff, like she just wanted to smile and be like, "Look, I made it. I'm here. This is what I wanted." And you can't. You're there to
I think she will do well.
No,
I think she's going to do well.
She's going to be Ken Shamrock. Yeah. I said the same thing about Ken Shamrock when he came in. He's very rigid. He's very stiff.
But when he got the groove, he was so good.
He was incredible. He was. I will admit that.
I just think they pushed it a little to an extreme. Like, I don't think Ronda Rousey could really jack Triple H up. I'm impressed that she did. Yeah. But I think, there's no way she's going to punch the man into a corner.
She takes fucking 5 good looks from him, and she took 1 good kick from what's her face, and her lip and her whole face was swollen. So
Holly Holm.
I just think they.
Wait a minute, hold on. When you're talking about a working kick versus Holly Holm going in at 104 miles an hour and hitting the side of her face.
No. He's saying.
I got it.
He's saying if she went square up against Triple H,
like if they're really doing it,
right?
I'm not saying he wouldn't know he was in a fight. But actually, I think we got to do this at least once a show. I think one of his Dungeons and Dragons games summed it up best, where I was fighting against this character he had named Gronk. This is before Gronk was a thing. Before Gronk was a thing.
It's your fault. It's all your fault.
I'm just like, I got 5 attacks. I'm going in 5 attacks, and he's just like, Gronk just has 1.
That's all he needed.
Gronk's fist is coming down slowly. Whiff, 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 whiff. Connects, knocks me about 30 fucking yards.
That's it.
Screams Gronk.
It's always those DMs that want to make you feel less than you actually are that piss me off.
You know what though? He rolled the dice though. Like he's sitting there like, my turn. Roll the dice.
Yeah.
Natural 20, hit, critical, back. Boom.
I've always rolled in front of people. I've never done the thing.
Just to segue Dungeons and Dragons. You ever play fantasy football, man?
I've actually never gotten into it, but I've seen it. I know the logistics behind it.
Right. So if you guys love football and your fantasy team just keeps getting killed every single year, lots of us know the game, but only a few of us know the stats.
Yeah.
That's why the Loki and Jabroni Show is a proud affiliate of Pro Football Focus. The tedious process of digging and compiling the numbers for all of your favorite NFL players, let it go. Let the experts at Pro Football Focus handle everything with great features like player grades, fantasy rankings, stats, projections, quarterback annuals, NFL draft guide, and the in-depth news and analysis. To join this incredible wealth of knowledge and information, visit LokiandJabroni.com/football and click any of the links on the page so they know that we sent you. Right now, our listeners can choose $5 off a Pro Football Focus Edge membership to give you a little boost, or pick $20 off an Elite membership and dominate your competition. That's www.lokiandjabroni.com/football. Join Pro Football Focus today and dominate your league.
I gotta say this. For those of you that are like, oh, ESPN is going to give you my stats. No, they used to.
Yeah.
They used to have this little thing. It was on about 7 o'clock in the morning. It was called the fantasy football. And they would pull everything. It's not there no more, people. It's gone. And the reason why it's gone is because places like this are making their money and they're paying ESPN to shut the fuck up. You'll get your stats, but you're only going to get your made stats. If you want to build a good team, and this is where it really breaks down, and this is why you got to know your stats, because you can't actually make a Madden team, people.
No.
Fantasy football is not like, okay, I can have an all that. No. You have to sacrifice one for the other, and these guys are going to tell you where your little fucking late bloomers are and where your heavy hitters are for the right price and the right demand. Trust me, that's the way you want to go.
Sleepers, especially right now with the draft going on, they have all the information ahead of the competition.
This is college information. Yeah. Not a lot of people do that. You know how many colleges are just in this area? Just in this area.
Yeah.
Just in the Big E. I mean, come on, man.
And remember, sleepers win championships. If they tell you to pick up the second string tight end for Atlanta because someone's going down and you know he's going to get all the looks because they're covering everybody else, pick that guy up. If they tell you to pick up the backup running back for Minnesota because they have inside information that the running back is going to get suspended for 3 days, pick that guy up. It's the easiest way to win your championship in fantasy football.
At 20 minutes and 40 seconds, the Kurt Angle-Ronda Rousey was a sleeper match. Trust me on this.
No, some fell asleep. I was interested because A, it's Ronda Rousey, and B, you knew going in she wasn't going to lose her first.
You could have taken the Jinder Mahal, the Bludgeon Brothers, and the Undertaker match.
See, he's talking about sleep, and the next match nearly put me to sleep. Thankfully, it was only 5 minutes long. You had the New Day, you had the Usos, you had the Bludgeon Brothers. Triple threat for the SmackDown Championship.
I love the Bludgeon Brothers. Can I just talk about the fact that Harper's hairline has grown? Good on you,
he's doing like hair club for men.
I'm
or
glad.
Something.
Yeah, he really flowed that in. If you want to talk about him, like 3 years ago when he had that mask of the goat on, like that goat went all the way up to here.
Oh yeah, and you could still see.
And that's exactly
his little Vern Gagne Hulk Hogan bit up top.
Full head of hair and full beard and. Bludgeon Brothers, yeah, we haven't seen you guys. The Basham Brothers, the fucking
the last remnants of the Wyatt family gone wrong or whatever.
Everything's look, it's been done before. I'm not buying the Usos either. I'm not a big Uso fan since they started doing this whole we thug, we fucking
the gangster
West Coast.
thing. The gangster thing is ass.
But can we get New Day? They work, guys. They work. Everybody loves New Day.
I do.
Why are we shitting on them? Why do we shit on New Day? Why do we have a 5-minute, 50-second match that involves New Day? And guys,
because the entrance takes 5 minutes with the pancake guys.
Xavier Woods was out there working, and he just looked like a sucker against these guys, dude.
It's like Cameo and Full Force formed a wrestling group.
When Xavier Woods takes the biggest bump of the night and he wasn't even legally involved in the match, that's a problem.
Dude, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm feeling UWD. All right, give it to the big guys, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So Bludgeon Brothers win.
By the way, that's the match I take out for the evening.
Oh yeah, I would if I had to pick any of these to take out, it's the 3-way.
I mean, you have to have a tag team match, but
they have one later.
Well, I know, but
which is just equally as fucking ridiculous.
Usos were the champions, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I remember when everybody looked forward to the tag team because,
of course,
a belt's gonna change. A belt's gonna change.
Or even if it did, you knew you were gonna get excitement. The Rockers, Heart Foundation, Demolition, Legion of Doom, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian.
I think that's why I tuned out of WWF because they didn't do. Because they used to build their tag team rivalries like hardcore. I mean, obviously you had the other stuff going on, but the tag team, there was something about the tag team rivalries.
Oh, yeah.
They'd build them up a whole year leading up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, and if you're a guy like me who in the late 80s, I wasn't into the flashy, I was into Legion of Doom, of course, but I liked the Workers. I liked the Midnight Express, Tully and Arn, the Brainbusters. When they came to the WWF, shit was on. I knew. And they built them really well with the Hearts and with Demolition, the Rockers. Just awesome. But this match blew a bunch of dick, and I really don't give a fuck about it.
No, it was horrible.
So during the Charlotte match, John Cena gets a little whisper in his ear. Nobody knows what he said. Stop. And he runs up the ramp like his ass was on fire and his hair was about to catch to the back. And he comes back out and Nothing. Until Elias shows up. Gotta love Elias. I love fucking Elias. I don't know what it is about him, but I dig him. And then a few minutes later, here comes The Undertaker.
Yeah.
And we got exactly what we should have gotten, was less than 3 minutes. John Cena, in his infinite wisdom, let's be honest, he is right now one of, if not the biggest star in the wrestling universe. And he laid down for The Undertaker, who is arguably one of the most iconic Hogan, Austin, Rock, Undertaker, your Mount Rushmore of...
Can I just interject real quick?
Sure.
So we know John Cena's throughout the whole thing, sitting in a thing, eating his popcorn, doing his thing.
Sitting 2 rows from Rob Feinstein.
Last year at this time, he has a mixed tag team match with his Bella and Nikki.
Why'd you bring that up?
I'm just telling you. This is my thoughts.
Because they broke up last week.
No, they didn't. He proposed.
I know, but they broke up last week.
Right. They proposed at WrestleMania. You know what he does? John Cena, you're an idiot. You wasted 2 minutes and 45 seconds of our lives. You know what you should have done? Instead of hunting down The Undertaker, you should have been hunting down Bella, Nikki, the whole night. Just to break up with her on WrestleMania.
Would not have been the best.
That would have been fucking
Remember
great.
last year when
that would have been great, dude.
Is this a real life thing? Did they really break up?
Yeah,
he got
been all
cold
over the
feet.
news.
He's got cold feet. May 5th, they were supposed to actually get married on Raw. They're going to have an actual Raw
You're
wedding.
shitting me.
No, they were.
On-screen weddings lead to divorce. Macho Man Savage, Uncle Elmer, oddly fucking enough, and everybody else who's ever gotten married on screen.
His big thing was, you guys understand, he's been married before.
Yes.
And it was a pretty bad divorce.
Because he fucked around on her.
Technically, Savage was always married to Miss Elizabeth.
Right,
He just
but-
threw it on.
Well, it's not his
They got
fault.
married at SummerSlam 91. What happened a year later? Divorce.
Dude, in his defense, he
Well, she was
really
a
didn't
drug
think that
addict.
his wife could.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's why I don't go to the movies
that's
when
why he
John
was having
Cena's in a
sex
film.
like this the whole time.
That's right.
What? You didn't see me, baby.
Ow, my hair! Damn it, John! Can't see me.
Can't see me. I don't know if it was a waste of 2 minutes and 45 seconds, but
was,
good
let's
on.
be
Good on.
honest.
I think it was
Let's
John
be
Cena's
honest.
way of giving him respect, and it was just. It was what it was. It's that nostalgia. You always have one match on the show that's nostalgia.
Well, like
This
I
is
said,
the
I'm
one.
confused though. I thought at the last one, didn't the Undertaker
I know we
call it
all
quits?
thought the same thing.
Yeah,
Threw down the outfit.
He gave his yard. Yeah, don't forget. So did Paige, and then she got hired as the SmackDown general manager almost the night after.
The night after she announced her retirement.
Yeah.
That's in ring. That's
retirement. I thought she took it in the mouth.
well. That's
always
2
does.
years ago on the video.
Oh,
Look it up.
And the
still
ass.
my manager.
And the
Speaking of retirement, Daniel Bryan comes out of retirement with Shane McMahon as his partner against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. First things first, I want to give a lot of credit to both those guys, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Daniel Bryan out of the ring
Yes.
for 3 years, looked like he never left. Unlike, Kurt Angle, but let's give Kurt Angle a little bit of leeway. He's 48 years old. He's not exactly a spring chicken. Daniel Bryan still in the prime of his life. And Shane McMahon, also 46 years old, but had a diverticulitis bout not too long ago,
Yeah.
to the point where he was in the hospital for days, plural, guys. Days, plural. Antibiotics obviously worked for him because he put on a hell of a show. You knew when...
In case, I don't know. So,
Sure.
We talk about this all the time. No, let me just, in case you guys didn't know, I have Crohn's. Jabroni has diverticulitis. Now, in case you guys don't know what this is, diverticulitis, you actually have pits in your intestine and food gets caught in there. And like anything else, it can get infected. And especially when you leave food in one spot for a very long fucking time.
Leave a steak on your counter for a day and see what happens.
Now leave it in your body for 3 weeks and see what happens. Crohn's is exactly the opposite of that. We don't have pits. What we essentially have is a part of our intestine is physically dead. It's gone. It's worthless. And when you have food that tries to get past it, your intestines are trying to work overtime and strenuous, and you end up not getting the nutrients and all this other shit that's going on.
Put in
This is
perspective, some of
stuff-
the worst cases have the colostomy
absolutely,
bags.
absolutely. Which
So
is why I'm such a an advocate for stuff like for Mary Jane. If it does work, it works. I mean,
Mary Jane and whiskey
I'm going to tell you,
cures Crohn's. I
tell you
seen
right
it.
now. Yeah, I'm living proof. But
In fact, let me try some of that.
this is
Oh,
some,
rock on.
this is some serious stuff. I mean, it's not a laughing
and when you're
matter.
a week outside of being hospitalized, look, the week after my first bout, we canceled the Loki Jabroni show. I was out of work for a week. I was on my ass, like literally and figuratively. I was sitting in my easy chair at the old place. We're out of cups. Drink it like a man.
Drink it from the bottle, baby.
Right. I was on my ass. We canceled the show. The most walking I did was from my chair to the bathroom or from my chair to the bedroom to go to sleep at night. Couldn't mow the lawn. Couldn't do anything. Walking hurt. Breathing hurt. And you think breathing is in your upper chest, but your whole body reacts when you breathe.
Absolutely, man.
And especially when you breathe in and your diaphragm moves and it's right above your intestines, everything fucking hurt. I don't know how Shane McMahon did it, but kudos to him.
Absolutely, I agree.
15-minute match. I thought it went a little long, but I think they were trying to get Daniel Bryan over. Not that people forgot about him. People love Daniel Bryan.
As soon as he walked in, it was over.
Oh, yeah. And second, I think they showed
I think they needed to get him some practice in the ring. Though.
Sure.
Get his breathing back in.
I think the second thing they did was built Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn because I looked at them in the weeks going up as more of a comedy act versus killers. And they looked like killers during that match. So
they were,
They really, WWE really turned the script on that and made Zayn and Owens killers.
Yes.
And then last night on Raw, they looked the same thing, killers. So good by them.
Well, they had to do something with them. They had to do something because those guys, they were getting lost, man. And especially Kevin Owens. When they threw him with Chris Jericho, I had nothing but love. I was like, wow, great
that was
call.
Funny stuff.
Exactly. It made Owens a whole other character. But I never really bought into it. I buy this. I buy what they're doing with Kevin right now.
Well, you also have to remember that Zayn and Owens came up together over the years on the indie circuit. Everywhere they went, I'm going to try that in just a second. Everywhere they went, they were like arm in arm.
Yeah.
So then Zayn goes to NXT and Owens goes to NXT and, then their feud starts. The best feuds are two guys working together that know each other the best and are best of friends. Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Shawn and Razor. I know I'm bringing up Shawn a lot, but Flair and Piper. Flair and Steamboat.
I was going to say...
Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, who we'll talk about next. When you two are best friends and you work out a lot together, and you practice a lot of your in-ring work together, you're going to have fantastic fucking matches.
Yeah, and especially if it's against each other.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know each other inside and out. And that leads us to this next match.
Yeah. Best friends in real life,
Nia
on screen,
Jax,
not so much.
Alexa Bliss. Oh, yeah, exactly. These are the type... This is why Twitter ruins fucking wrestling now, because...
A little stiff. I got to say, it's a little stiff, but I do like it.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know how it's a substitute for beer, but all right.
Because it's corn or whatever.
Yeah, it's
corn.
It's
corn. It's fucking corn.
Right? Isn't it corn? It is corn, right?
And I can't eat a lot of corn, but I can drink a lot of it.
You know what's funny? If it is corn, I'm actually surprised that doesn't bother your Crohn's.
Because there's no shell around it. It's just corn.
I know, but corn.
Dude, I can mouth. I can mouth corn.
Really, corn doesn't bother.
Corn fucking doesn't bug. Even bread doesn't bug me. I'm a sandwich kind of. I love Sangies, dude. Yep. I eat Sangies every day. I have a fucking breakfast sandwich every fucking day.
There you go.
You must have
beer. That's why I thought it was the malt. I thought it was the malt, or I thought it was the hops. I thought it was.
You must have diet Crohn's.
But when you tried the other thing and there's no hops and you're not your father's whatever.
I could have had something.
It's possible. Give it a couple weeks.
What about the vodka?
Vodka. Potatoes.
I already told you about the vodka.
I said I'd say something nice about Nia Jax. Fantastic. She puts on a great show every single time she's out there. Yes, she's a bigger girl, but you know what that does?
She's got an attitude, though. It's like fucking...
The hell with the
tank just driving through.
She should have been kept as a heel, but I understand going against Alexa, Alexa's an even better heel. Nia Jax is giving those girls around the world, much like guys like Strowman and Big Show. You're bigger, but you're not exactly bodybuilder shape. Nia Jax is giving a lot of these women around the world hope that I'm a bigger girl, but I can still be beautiful. I can still be fierce. I can still be strong. I can still go out and kick ass. Not everybody looks like Gal Gadot. Not everybody looks like fucking Stacy Keibler, and not everybody looks like Alexa Bliss.
I was gonna say I had a whole new refound for Stacy or for Alexa Bliss. I had a whole new boing for Liz.
Every Monday.
Watching her just work the ring. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's because they know each other so well. What a great match.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. Like, I mean, a lot of people can be like, what are you talking about? Alexa was scared. She's running around.
It's the gimmick.
Do you know how hard it is to wrestle and be scared? And to keep that, to be doing that whole, like, scurrying back and forth and jumping up and kicking somebody in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if a freight train's coming at you, you're going to punch it to stop it?
No, you're going to get the fuck out of the way.
Exactly. And something that you pissed off.
And here's the thing. That's part of Nia's thing. She is the wrecking ball coming through. And
I'll give you my password for WWE Network. Don't listen to this, WWE. And you go home and you watch some of these matches that we're talking about, especially the top three, which I think were Charlotte Flair and Asuka, Nia Jax and Alexa.
Still my favorite match of the year.
Maybe I'll just get a free month.
The Charlotte Flair fucking Asuka still my favorite.
And AJ Shinsuke, amazing. We'll talk about that next. In between, I have nothing bad to say about this match. The finish was great.
No.
The work was great.
Giving the belt to Nia, great. Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree.
They have to make her the
even more hungry.
Even if she's a babyface, make her the monster killer. You have to beat me. I don't have to beat you.
Yeah.
Show me what you have. And I think that I watched Alexa in the early moments of the match, and she had the swagger and whatever, and she has Mickey on the outside, Mickey James. Still looks good for nearly 40 years old. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's ageism. Fuck your titty sensitive bullshit. She's had a couple kids. Mm-hmm. She works her ass off. She has a country singing career. Mickey James is all encompassing. She looks great. She works hard. Love her to death. But in the beginning, Alexa had a swagger like, you can't beat me. And the more Nia took it to her, that's when you saw that fear that you talked about. Yep. And what do you do if a freight train's coming at you? You get scared, you move out of the way. That's when that story came in. Fantastic match all the way around. My third favorite match of the night. You got anything else to add?
You drilled it, man. You fucking absolutely drilled it.
Well, I got one other thing to talk about is if you're a business on a budget, then Fiverr is the site for you. For 8 years, Fiverr has been the best online marketplace to find talented freelancers at a great price. Fiverr is also doing everything from graphic design, logos, radio jingles, ghostwriters, and even theme music for your audio and visual projects. Get your project off the ground by visiting www.lokiandjabroni.com/freelance and get the links on the page so that they know we sent you and start finding the freelancer that's right for you and your niche. The Loki and Jabroni Show is a proud affiliate of Fiverr as well as a loyal customer. Don't just dream it, do it with Fiverr.
I love Fiverr.
Fiverr's awesome.
If you just need anything, if you're a DJ and you need a drop, there's guys that'll do it for $5. Be like, Loki at Tokyo Sushi.
Wow.
Sushi.
$5 pays for the whole seat, but you'll only use the I could do that for you for a 6-pack.
There is.
See, but they'll have it out there. Get me a 6-pack.
You know what? Here's the thing. If you create, you can sell your stuff on Fiverr.
Exactly.
But if you're looking to buy stuff, please use our links. Helps us out. There's also a pro level. If you want that extra boost, there is a pro level at Fiverr.
Like we say, we tell people all the time, look, it doesn't cost you guys a dime, not a dime to actually go on that website and just give us that love. Mm-hmm. It gives us a dime, but it doesn't cost you a dime extra.
Exactly.
and it's a great service. I love Fiverr. I love Fiverr.
Two of the greatest in-ring people.
2 minutes and 20 seconds.
20 minutes and 20 seconds.
I'm sorry. 20 minutes and 20 seconds.
For two of the most talented performances.
Greatest. Blow for blow, pound for pound,
move for
show
move.
For show,
entrance for entrance.
Move. Yeah. These guys brought it.
First thing I want to mention, Nita Strauss from the Alice Cooper Band shredding Shinsuke's entrance, and it has all the violinists. I know Angela hates the entrance. A lot of you guys hate the entrance. I happen to love it. I don't like all his having a stroke on the way to the ring. Yeah. But having Nita play Shinsuke was fantastic.
I like it.
So do I.
Do too. It makes him him. It's you need more of it. Some of these people just walk down to the ring.
It's like he's switching something on as it comes to, like, I'm no longer that guy out there. This is
who I am, right?
I like it.
Right. Too many people walk down to the ring like, I'm badass. I'm going to destroy you. We just
look. there was only a few entrances ever that when you just walk out and you have the BMF walk, which means bad motherfucker.
Yep.
Steve Austin had it.
Bam. Badass motherfucker.
Bret Hart had the Banff walk.
Yeah.
He invented it.
I don't know about invented it because I seem to remember
from the 90s. From what I remember, that was the Banff.
Before he turned the shades off and toss him into the
before he turned into a makeup wearing, bleach blonde, 365-pound joke of a wrestler called Adorable. Adrian Adonis walked out there with the BMF walk, and you bought it.
I buy it, but
when
I'm just
saying.
When
he was 245 and cut with the leather jacket and all that, oh my God, no one was better. I think he was the Superstar Graham could even be the original BMF walk.
That's what got me was Bret's walk, though. I was like, this guy is just, look at him. He just bleeds confident.
Yep, I'm coming, and it's your job to stop me.
Stud and Bundy had a pretty good BMF
and,
walk.
real quick.
Just kind of came in.
Stud especially.
It's like actually, I don't know, Bundy, the way Bundy would look right in the camera and be like, fuck off. You know, it's like
Stud was always looking up with his hands on his
Stud
hips
was like I'm the giant. I am the giant.
Yeah. So
Stud.
Shinsuke, you guys got to understand, like, it's been in the business for a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
he brought strong style, Japanese, hard hitting action to the United States.
Yes.
Other guys have tried it, not so much. There's something about him that I wish I could put my finger on. He's just amazing.
Can I also add to the fact, like I said, continuing with this, AJ Styles has been in the business for a long time.
18 years.
These are two men that deserve
19, sorry.
That deserve the respect that this match gave them. Did I want Shinsuke to win?
No.
Absolutely.
No,
I did.
I know. My pick was AJ.
After that performance at the Royal Rumble?
I did.
He's fighting my guy, dude.
Now, when AJ won and Shinsuke did what he did, I took away every thought of him holding that belt. The only reason why I wanted him to hold that belt was because of what he stood for before that match.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that losing sucks. I'm one of the spokesperson for sore losers. My son has aptly taken on that very fine frame.
And I'm going to be playing State of Decay with you guys.
No, see, I'm good. It's funny. Now.
You guys can see me on camera.
You know it's funny.
Right? He's like, did I just hear that shit?
I talk about this shit now with video games, right?
He's going to be yelling at me like, fuck it!
Back in the day, I'm 25 years old. I'm playing Halo, and I'm like, get your head out of your asses. What are you guys doing? This is fucking full of shit.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're playing Double Dragon 2 and doing that.
There you go. Now here I am. We're playing all this stuff nowadays, Monster or whatever else. So I'm like, guys, calm down. It's all right. It's a fucking thing. Alex is up there freaking out. Little part of me.
I did
little part of me proud. I'm a little proud. He's taking the mantle. He's taking the mantle.
You handle the teamwork games better than just by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, you do handle those a little better.
Yeah.
So you were saying about Shinsuke and taking away a new respect.
Shinsuke, when he did what he did and was give me the love.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
We'll give you love, but we're not going to give you a microphone. I tell you that much.
Give me the love.
Tighten
that, and another thing, and then boom, right up underneath fucking AJ Skittle Sack.
Wow, Skittle Sack,
dude, you don't do that, man.
Writing that shit down. What up, Tommy Summers? Thank you for joining.
You don't do that, man. I'm sorry. And you know what? I know that's not Shinsuke. I know it's not his choice. That's WWE's choice to make him a heel, to do whatever they did. You let him have that moment because they did it. They did it with Charlotte and with Asuka.
Sure.
If you guys remember, and Asuka and they hugged. They did the whole. It was great.
Breaking news. Sorry.
Breaking news. Barbara Bush, First Lady, has passed away.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
At the beginning of the show, we were just talking
about her.
Yeah.
So,
may not always have agreed with her husband, but she was a
great First Lady.
Yeah. I agreed with her husband more than I agreed with her idiot kids, but all that aside, let's just give a little tip to the Bush family.
No matter how you feel, she's not here to defend herself anymore.
I never had a problem with Barbara Bush. She was just a really nice lady.
So
Bach. That sucks.
Shitty. Sorry, Bushes.
You know what? Bad week.
Yeah,
Keep it
terrible.
real, bad week for.
This kind of goes back to 2 years ago with Lemmy and Bowie and everybody like dying in rapid succession.
Yes. I just gotta say, like, I felt like we as fans got gypped at the end.
How so?
That's not Shinsuke. Mm-mm. That's not him.
I will say this, and I'm going to turn this around.
And maybe he was pissed off
for the Facebookers.
Maybe he was upset with himself.
Finish. The finish was incredible.
It was awesome.
Shinsuke goes off. Shinsuke goes off the top. AJ catches him, hooks the legs. Styles clash. 1, 2, 3. My guy wins. I'm thrilled. And then they did the heel turn, which you could go back. I don't know how many years Jericho Michaels did the same thing.
Everybody.
But this was different. This was two guys who came up, respected. Go back to Owens and Zayn.
This was the dream match.
Oh, yeah.
This was the dream match. We talked about it.
Oh, yeah. And for me to see that ending, and then 2 nights later, they have the face-to-face confrontation in the ring, and he does it 2 more times. Except this time, when he does the nut shot, he does it, gimmick. But it's the same thing. He does a nut shot, and when he does it, he takes him over his shoulder and throws him. Guys, if you've ever been nut shotted before, you're not going to want to get nut shot and thrown over somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, no. As a matter of fact,
I've never taken a Shoryuken to the nuts.
If you guys ever go down to New Jersey, they have the Green Lantern No Fear ride. And essentially,
I would love to. Oh, is that the one where you stand up?
Yes, but what grabs you?
No, at the Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. That's what this is going to feel like. It's not fun.
No, not at all.
No,
I'm going to bring this back some ways so we can get everybody.
Really upset about that because I like Shinsuke a lot. Mm-hmm. I like AJ a lot. This was everything it was cracked up to be. It was everything it was supposed to be. And
the right guy won.
No, I agree.
Because it makes him hungrier. It makes him harder.
Especially with what they did with Shinsuke at the end of that. If he would have hugged him and left it at the way it was, then I'd be like, no, Shinsuke deserved it. But because they did what they did at the end, and I know it's not your fault, Shinsuke. I know you're only following what they want you to do. That was not the right decision.
Well, let's hope it...
That was not the right... And it kind of felt like the women... Didn't you guys feel like that? Like Charlotte and Asuka... They had the respect, right?
Yeah.
But like, so the guy American Japanese thing, they didn't have no respect. They made Shinsuke the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was the same match. They had the same. They could have done the same thing, and you wouldn't have been bummed. Would you have been bummed if Shinsuke actually gave him respect and hugged him and walked away and been like, held his hand up and been like, this is the man, like Asuka did to fucking Charlotte? No.
I don't know that I'd have been upset if Shinsuke would have actually won the match, but what this succeeded in doing is this gives and I wrote the column, a guest column for my old website, WrestlingOnline.com. Yep. Thank you, Colin, and thank you, Jonathan, for getting me back into the writing game. I wrote a column about the 2 main events, and we're going to talk about Brock and Roman in just 2 more matches.
Can't get you right for your own website.
Well, you haven't told me what to do yet, so I only do what I'm told.
You type.
Anywho, I thought what this did is gave this particular match, AJ and Shinsuke, legs for another 4 months. They could actually, we're in April right now, they could take this match to SummerSlam. Keep fighting. Do the old school thing with Ric Flair, not Ric Flair, Rick Rude and Warrior for 2 years.
Match, though, in my opinion, my idea of a dream match is it happened. Now you know who's the best. Now
do you though? Or was it that AJ got lucky and all of that?
No, but you don't go on that. But see, you don't go on that for now. So now you're going to have a back and forth. No, for right now, AJ has bragging rights. Now keep them both faces. You keep them both faces. You let Shinsuke go down this road. You let him go down this road. And then they intertwine again. And then all of a sudden, they meet up again, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have done this tastefully.
Well, maybe they're going for the long game.
Thank you.
Maybe they're going for the long redemption game.
He doesn't have to do it twice. Shinsuke not only fucking cheap shots him in WrestleMania, he cheap shots him again later. And this is my point. Like, I don't think they have real writers here in
we knew that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think watch the show at any particular point in time.
These guys wrote the story for you. Mm-hmm. All you had to do is be like, guys, we have no idea what to do with you. We swear to God, go out there and wrestle. AJ, you can win, but do whatever you guys got to do.
Here's a dumb question, and I'm gonna strangely enough. I'm going to pretend for about 10 seconds that wrestling's real.
I know.
Okay.
It's real. It's just scripted.
Again, I'm going to pretend that wrestling is legitimate. All right. There's a better
That's a
word.
real sport?
Yes. Should the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry have ended after the 43rd or 45th thousandth bludgeoning that the Yankees gave the Red Sox, or do you give them legs and have the Red Sox make that fantastic comeback in 04 and get their comeuppance?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Who's the bad guy? Yankees or the Red Sox?
To the general public, the Yankees, absolutely.
No, they're not.
They're the heel.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Wait. Until Steinbrenner's second suspension, until Gene Michael built a team of guys you could respect.
Wait.
Let me throw some names
Are
at
they
you.
hated or are they respected? Are they Cowboys? You see what I'm saying? Like
Cowboys are just fucking hated. Let's start there.
You can respect your enemies.
Are they? All right. Are they hated or respected like the Lakers?
Ooh, which era of the Lakers? The 2000 bullshit Lakers or the 86 Magic Johnson?
86 Magic Johnson.
I would say respected and hate in equal measure.
Exactly.
But you could
was there a hate or was that a respect?
Both.
So going back to that, let me ask you,
Sure.
Are the Yankees hated or respected?
Yes. Absolutely. 1,000%. It depends on. I'll say this before we go to the next match, which was a complete, utter catastrophe of bullshit. Depending on the era, if you go back to the team that Stick Michael built in George Steinbrenner's absence, I could throw names at you, and I guarantee you'll say respect on everyone. Mariano Rivera.
Oh, absolutely. And this is
Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Tino Martinez.
These are my points. We have moments where we are stupid and we fight out in the field.
Tyler Austin and Joe Kelly.
Just which happened, right? And then we have these moments.
Austin 316.
And then we have these moments when there's such respect and such love. Mm-hmm. Jeter comes to town and we give him the fucking world.
You give him the world on his way out, but earlier than that, the Birds were fucking done.
Ortiz goes to New York and you give him the world.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my point. Like, you can still hate each other, but have a respect.
Sure.
And I really felt like what they did with the AJ Styles Shinsuke could have went a different way. You didn't have to be cheesy with Shinsuke.
I like the fact that they healed him because...
Be a heel, but don't...
The strong style is going to get stronger. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I like that idea, but I don't like taking it out on AJ. I don't like that.
He's the top guy. He's the champ. Are you going to heal... I can't remember his name. He's a lower end guy.
You're going to fight, like I said.
Are you going to heal Fandango? Are you going to heal Tyler Breeze? No, you want to heal the top guy.
Two faces walk away, right? Now
Sure.
all of a sudden, you beat my ass, right?
Yep.
We're still buddy. I still got your back. You still got my back. We're whatever, right?
Right.
We walk away.
Yeah.
Now we start going on our separate paths. 2 months later, we're
itch.
fighting back and forth. All of a sudden, our backs are like this. Boom. We turn around and we look.
And it's us. Hogan Warrior Rumble
And then
90.
we look, and there's whatever it is, SummerSlam.
Right?
And then the crowd starts going, ah, and they start freaking out. And then I look at you, and then I look at SummerSlam, and then I look back at you.
Oh,
and
just
I look
whatever
at
you do,
SummerSlam.
don't do that stupid point bullshit. Everybody does it. Fuck that.
But I'm just saying, there was so much. You had an option to do this.
All right.
I don't like what you did here. That's me. All right, let's go.
I think it's a long game. I think it'll get better.
Thank you, Eddie. I agree with you.
Let's ride it. Let's ride it out. But I'm just saying, this is where I felt.
Let's see where we go going
I think
forward.
a team
Here
up's
we go.
gonna happen.
Braun Strowman and which I found out who Nicholas was. I told you I was.
He was the referee's kid.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman and a 10-year-old kid named Nicholas beat. Remember, I said this.
Beat.
Braun Strowman and Nicholas beat reigning defending champions Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar. And
the bar is closed.
Let me shoot forward. Did you see my thing last night? When the Bar loses to Breezango. Okay, if you don't know who Breezango is, it's Tyler Breeze, Fandango. Look them up. They've never amounted to anything. They're really good workers, but they're fringe. They really are. They're Dean Ambrose with a shittier gimmick. Let's be honest. Fuck Dean Ambrose right there. But Braun Strowman's supposed to have a partner. That's how he got this match. And I'm going to pick a partner. And everybody's thinking, well, there's a lot of guys that could come back. There's Bobby Lashley. Rey Mysterio was at the Rumble. It could be Rey Mysterio. It could be John Cena. It could be, they have a roster full of 90 guys and girls. He could have picked fucking, what's her name? The girl with the suitcase that she turned it in. Carmella.
Yeah, anybody, dude.
He picked the referee's kid out of the crowd. It was a plant. We all know it's a plant. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Scotty Spars in the house. He picked a 10-year-old kid, and they basically just took Cesaro and Sheamus.
Which the kid did get tagged in legally, by the way.
Did you love that? He gets in the ring for 40 seconds. He just stood there like a deer in headlights. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
His pants.
Turn around and hot tag.
I don't care. He shit his pants.
Dumbest thing ever in the history of ever.
So in 40 seconds, Braun finally got like all his strength back. He must have had a Snickers or something.
No, he had the power-up mushroom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Have a Snickers, Braun. You're fucked up when you're drunk.
Easily for me, worst match of the night. Then they come out, because I didn't see Raw the next night. I watched the 5-minute highlight reel.
I saw that too.
He's got to go to school.
He's got to go to school,
And did
brother.
you hear the kid give a promo? Yeah. Was that not the funniest thing? I want to give Nicholas a lot of credit. He's like, once I get out of school and I do this, you're going to get these hands. I'm like, yeah, right. Put you in a one-on-one against Cesaro.
Yeah.
And first of all, you're going to watch all the snowflakes go, oh my God, Cesaro's a 30-year-old man beating up a 10-year-old kid. First of all, fuck you, it's wrestling. Suspension, disbelief, yada yada, sis boom ba. Basically, they took that tag team championship and they
shit on it.
David Arquette.
They shit on it. Yeah.
Pen drop.
They shit on it. All right, here we go. And for the last, this is how you end WrestleMania right here.
It should have been AJ at the top.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm fucking pointing at right now. Mm-hmm. AJ Styles and Shinsuke. That's how you end WrestleMania. Instead, we get this two fucking bullshit debauchery.
I will tell you why I think that was a great closer. And I know you're looking at me like I got a fucking dick growing out of my forehead.
You're talking about Brock Lesnar? Yeah, because we get to watch Roman Reigns get fucking pelted and flung and thrown around like a rag doll.
Right. Do you know why that's a good closer? Because everybody, no matter how hard they push him, everybody hates him. And when Brock got the 1, 2, 3, 87,000 people in unison stood up and roared. Do you remember? We were like, that's a Road Warrior pop.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Hello, Christy. Hello, Stacy.
The best part of mine is not only does Brock live say, what the fuck?
Yep.
Or no,
motherfucker.
Motherfucker. After like the third F5.
Okay. I wrote it in my column for WrestlingOnline.com. If you haven't seen it, go to the Loki and Jabroni Show Facebook page. When you're done watching this, read my column. The DDT, the sharpshooter, the super kick, finishers.
Yes.
Okay? Done. You didn't see AJ throw 15 Styles clashes. You didn't see Charlotte throw 8 figure eights. You didn't see everybody throw 44 of their finishers. 5 F5s, 4 Superman punches.
Can I say this? All right.
Can we give up on the Superman punch?
Can we give up on Roman Reigns?
Forever.
Man Bun Jones.
Forever. In every WrestleMania game, the super kick was my finisher. And I called it the chronic kick.
Ooh, right? I like that.
No. Then the F5 came out.
Uh-huh.
And that was my finisher.
What'd you call that?
The bong rip.
See, nice. I always took the Texas Cloverleaf, and I'll tell the legacy story another time. But somebody nicknamed me the Legacy. I always called it, instead of the leg lock, it was the Legacy lock.
Legacy lock.
Boom. And then the stroke, Jeff Jarrett. That was my move, and I called it the Legend of the Fall. Boom. I'm going to knock your ass out, man.
See? That's the thought
we need to write for WWE.
That's the thought we put into this shit, baby.
We're badass. We're badass. I wrote it in my column. Go read it, and I'll say it now. This match was better than it had any reason to be. I thought it went, it was 15 minutes.
You know what?
It should have went 8 minutes.
Agree with you.
It should have went 8 minutes.
I agree with you. Anytime you see somebody getting beat up like that, you think of Rocky IV.
Yeah.
Throw the goddamn towel!
And how many times did we just
He dies.
How many times did we just look at each other with
Get
Eric B. Mitchell and Crystal are sitting here upstairs and go, Roman's going to win this. Fuck. Roman's going to win this. Fuck.
Yeah.
Because they made him the underdog throughout the whole thing. I want to give
every
Roman.
time he kicked out, I will. Dude, to take an elbow to your fucking cranium to get split just to taste your own blood.
You can't blade anymore. He had to knuckle him.
He did.
Elbows and knuckles. You saw him take off the wraps. You saw him and good on WWE for allowing that and having the color because Jim Cornette said it best on his podcast. He was making notes during the match, and somewhere at about the 7-minute mark, he goes, "This match could use blood." And there it was, like at the 12-minute mark, if I'm remembering correctly, when he took off the glove and just split him open.
That's when I thought it was over. When he was like, when you saw his eyes, like the bright fucking eyes cut through the all red face, I was like, oh, that's it. Here we go, the Samoan taste his blood thing.
Oh,
and he did the Superman punch, and then when Brock kicked out, I was like, oh my, and then he grabbed him, and all you saw was just blood
running down his chest,
and he dropped him 1, 2, 3.
With the fifth.
Dude,
fuck. It's a finish. It's not a setup move. It's not a suplex. It's a finish.
That's not a bitch
That's
move.
what I'm saying.
That's like an inverted fall on your face DDT free fall.
If you got up right now, and I'm not saying to do this, and gave Ed the F5 willingly, you would have to be willing. Dude, you're stunned for at least 30 seconds. It's not something that you are accustomed to.
No, you're sitting there like, dude, I think I broke my nose.
Is it stronger than Hall of Famer Coco B. Will's Ghostbuster?
Fuck.
After you fucking
Why do we allow you a microphone?
You're going to look for your teeth.
Because I bought it.
I want to give Roman credit. The things that he did when he was on offense looked crisp. He looked better in this match than he did in 3 years of matches that I've watched him in.
I'll give him that.
They booked Brock, and in this match, Brock just looked unstoppable. Even with the 18 Superman punches and even with all the other schnibbits that they did, Brock just looked like a freight train.
Yeah.
And you knew in watching him that there's no way, we all had our misconceptions where we know WWE likes to just push shit down our throat. Like with that Superman punch, we're like, oh fuck, Roman's winning this shit. They made Brock look unstoppable, which was scary in 2 reasons. Scary because now you're building him to be a bigger monster, but it was his last day of his contract. What do you do now?
It, though. You got to remember he failed the drug test for UFC.
Yeah, so he's got to do something until that fucking blows over.
Yeah,
but good on them. And now Roman and
let you know something about WWE standards.
Hey, as long as nobody's killing their family anymore, we're in good shape.
Look, you've had monsters before Brock. You've had Kane. You've had all these guys. Why couldn't they push him? Because they weren't Brock. Brock's
believable.
He's a beast, dude. Look at him.
Brock and Ronda. Look, I'm going to say this.
Would you fuck with Brock?
No.
Like, literally, if Brock comes up and fucking slaps you in the face.
I say, thank you, sir. May I have another?
I'm an alpha man. I'm going to tell you right now.
If you're conscious.
Look.
Basically, yes. Yes. Wait a minute. Is it a bitch slap or is it a full-on Dr. D. David Schultz, John Stossel slap?
It's Brock.
It's bitch slap.
I'm done. My head is over there, and my torso's over there.
It's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing you. Just to get you to fight him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A little fucking bitch slap.
I don't care if he insulted everybody I love.
Push in your face. You know
I'm not fighting Brock Lesnar.
Because you're like, what's the point?
Right now,
you're pushing this. I think you know Brock.
I'm going to be Roman Reigns.
Brock, Ronda, and who's the other one? Shit, Kurt Angle. The 3 most believable, tough badasses on the roster.
And Ken Shamrock.
Well, he's not on the roster anymore, but I'll buy
now.
it.
Not now. He could have been. I bet you he probably would have moved a little better.
At 52 years old, he could have done better at WrestleMania than he did against Kimbo in that fucking oxygen-sucking bullshit that we watched. Fuck. Anywho, again, Reigns looked great. Lesnar looked great. They closed out the night with 87 people. 87,000
real quick, I gotta
people.
get this kid on the move, and I kind of want to hear your top 10 real quick.
All right, let me throw on top 10, and then I'll pay the bills.
So hold on, real quick, because we had the match. We did.
Oh yeah, the RKO out of nowhere match.
We did promise the people this. So real fast. this is my match, I would have turned this debacle
I see where you're going.
right here,
like
the Bludgeon Brothers, the Joey Uso, that fucking shit. The Bludgeon Brothers would not have shown up this night. I just want you to know this. It would have been a straight up Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso versus the New Day, Big E, and Xavier Woods. Now, here's what happens. They start going through the whole thing. Usos get the crowd going. They start doing the whole thing. Kofi Kingston comes in out of nowhere, gets a little cheap shot in on the face as they're coming through the flying thing, gets the thing. Xavier Woods is your hero, 1, 2, 3. New Day is your new champion.
Okay, I had two thought processes.
New Day's growing on me.
Of course they should.
I like New Day, man. They deserve it. They work their
Y'all laughed at me.
asses off.
Y'all laughed at me back in the day, but I'm gonna tell you, you're coming around. IPA.
Dude,
Open up
When-
the bootios.
Look. When they came out 2 years ago wearing Dragon Ball Z, I told you.
Yeah,
I told you. I buy these
Okay.
guys. They're legit. They're legit.
it was the months before that you were giving me shit.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wow. They're going to put Big E and Kofi on the same team. I remember saying that. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
I had two thought
Who
processes
the fuck
about
is
this.
Xavier who?
Right? I would have taken, originally I thought I would have taken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt out of the
Yes.
Battle Royal and had them go one-on-one, and then you have the meeting of the minds where, hey, we spent all this time fighting, we should be a team, they did it wrong. But the thing I would have done was, as much as I love Jinder Mahal winning that championship, I would have taken Jinder out of the match, and I would have taken Rusev out of the match and have it just be straight up Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, two guys in their late 30s who can still go like they're 26 years old
And let's not
and
talk about
kill
the fact
it.
that their heritage.
Oh, yeah. Bobby Roode, loosely related to Ravishing Rick, from what I understand. Randy Orton,
I told you.
loosely related.
I knew there was but you don't take the name Rude. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
you
his
don't-
given name.
But you don't do that. You don't do that in wrestling unless you're connected. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to
Like
figure out
Valentine.
going in.
You haven't seen a single Valentine in years.
And even their
No.
name wasn't Valentine, but when Johnny took the name and then Greg
But-
comes up as his
exactly.
son, and
Exactly.
you could do the same thing with Flair, although David Flair, whatever, and Reed Flair, God rest his
You
soul.
can do with Rhodes. I mean, Gold Dust was never technically Dustin Rhodes,
He was in WCW,
but
but
now when he came to WWE, he
the
became
second time, the
Gold
first time
Dust.
he was, but that was for like a week.
Oh my God, that was a joke.
Wasn't that
Can
terrible?
you imagine if anyone dared come in with the name Hart?
They don't even do that now.
if that
We
was,
wouldn't
even,
buy it.
Even if it was
We
that,
wouldn't
here's
buy
the
it.
thing.
Natalia,
Right.
We wouldn't buy
Even
it.
if it was their God-given name, like if
You're
they're
right.
using
We
their real
almost
name.
didn't buy Natalia.
Nope.
We were like, who the fuck is this?
Neidhart's kid, but she
And even then, we're
she
like,
doesn't even use the last name, so she's trying to build her own,
Yeah.
and then they just work with your fucking bloodline and legacy.
yeah, here's your purple and here's your pink and black, and here's the guitar riff from fucking Bret Hart, but we're gonna go really slow
work
into
it.
yours.
Before he has to leave, I am going to say the
Ugh.
most famous words in podcast history, and that is, Ed, roll that beautiful bean footage. So in case you guys have been under a rock and haven't seen the latest sports news, Des Bryant doesn't have a job.
And Red Sox are actually doing better than the Yankees.
We'll talk about that next week. There's a lot. I was going to give you guys
Neither
credit.
one of us fucking expected it.
I was going to give you credit, but now you pissed me off. So next week I'm just going to shit on the Red Sox. No, seriously, you guys are doing great. Better than I gave you any fucking right to have.
And I gave you
And
credit
we're
for
doing
it. Come
shittier
on.
than anybody gave us the right.
And I gave you
Exactly.
credit for it. That's
Des-
why I said better than either one of us knew what the fuck.
Good old Des Bryant doesn't have a job. He got released by the Cowboys.
He's gonna have a job.
He
He's
will,
gonna
and I'm
have a job,
afraid of
dude.
where he's going to have a job. But
49ers, mark my words.
I got a really bad feeling he's going to end up in Georgia. A really
49ers.
bad feeling. Okay.
49ers.
Well,
He's gonna be.
If he goes to the Raiders, he's gonna die. We know this. If he goes to the Raiders, they're moving to Vegas. He's gonna die.
49ers, San Francisco.
Des Bryant needs a job.
Garoppolo needs a deep threat. There's his deep threat.
All right. Well, Des Bryant needs a job, and I came up with top 10 jobs for Des Bryant.
Like it.
Number 10, he can sell oranges under the overpass.
Ooh.
Number 9, he can be the producer of the Loki Jabroni Show. Nah, he's not good enough to do that. Fuck Des Bryant. Eddie Focus is the man.
His money, though.
No, if he brought his money, dude, you're sitting over there. You're kind of the conscientious observer.
Your money, though,
part of me is offended, but the capitalist in me is kind of proud of you.
See? Thank you very much. Number 8, circus animal enclosure cleaning engineer. He could shovel elephant shit. Number 7, he could be a bouncer at Starbucks.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you like that shit.
Look out for them white people, man.
Number
Don't
6.
get me started. I already got a bunch of shit.
I know. I've been watching that closely, and you're taking. People call you racist just for saying like the fucking truth, not the bearded truth, the real truth.
You are racist.
You're a jackass.
This is our producer, Andrew Jackson.
First of all, that was Native Americans.
Doesn't matter. Racist is racist. I don't hate everybody, but I hate Syrians. Racist. The same can be said of me. For years I said, I love everybody except Canadians. Yeah, exactly. Number 6, he could be the fluffer for the Debbie Does Dallas reboot. Number 5.
You should never fuck with a classic, though.
I know, but they remake everything else. Why not? First of all, don't remake Ghostbusters.
Too late.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying this.
Crow's right behind it, so.
I don't care. People say you shit on it because it's an all-female cast. No, we shit on it
because it wasn't fucking funny.
It
and
sucked.
There was a certain chemistry that Aykroyd, Murray, and Ramis had, and you could even throw in what's his nuts there.
They couldn't
what's his given name though?
Oh my God!
Quick, what's his given name? Winston Zedmore. I can see him. I can see him. I can see him.
Oh my God! I feel horrible.
So do I. And he's in every movie ever.
Maybe we are racist.
Maybe we are. Somebody.
I know it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy. How fucked up is that?
Chrissy says 2 chicks in my store are laughing. Good, they should. And tell them where to find us.
Hold on.
All right, what was his name?
I got it.
Fuck. Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson.
Too late. I didn't even need the Google machine. I am that damn good. Number 5, Des Bryant could be the governor of Connecticut.
Ernie Hudson was even in The Crow. We should have gotten that.
Exactly. Ernie Hudson was also in the Dude That Flung the Bitch or The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, whatever. Same. Des Bryant could be the governor of Connecticut, number 5. Couldn't do a worse job. Number 4, he could be the chicken suit guy at El Pollo Loco. Number 3, he could be a professional reminder person to continually bring up all those championships Dallas won over 23 years ago.
Or for you 10,000 Pokemon Go players out there, he'll actually send you a message.
There you go.
Hey, this is Des Bryant from the NFL. Get up and go.
Just go to my website, www.bullshit.com.
By the way, I caught that.
You know, Christy brought up a great point last time we were on. Is we should do a live feed from Christy's store.
Oh, we're going to.
In the Mood, Groton, Connecticut.
We're already working on it. Yeah.
Go buy.
I'll be
your,
running around with a fucking dildo. Fucking woo!
See, I wasn't going to go there, but I would have.
Come on, man.
I would have the Chris Benoit balls.
Check this thing out.
I would have the Chris Benoit balls and run them across my neck and go, this is a great massage.
Does she ever have Ron Jeremy do signings? We'll go down there for that.
I'd do that. Number 2, Des Bryant could be a Scentsy salesman because, everything he does stinks. Fuck him. I'm done with Des Bryant.
Hey, but it is a catch now. So legally.
Don't ruin my job because number 1.
Guys, I just want you to know though, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching football this season, legally Des Bryant and Jesse James catches were catches.
I'm doing it. Fuck it. Horse shit.
No, they weren't legal before. They because they didn't count.
All right. So without a job, the top job for Des Bryant is NFL replay analyst. So he will finally understand and admit that was not a catch. Horse shit.
Then it wasn't. Now it is.
It's not a catch. No.
It's not a catch.
They voted.
It's not a catch.
They voted. I want you guys to understand
Who voted?
that Des Bryant's catch now. No, see, back then it wasn't. It wasn't. Now it's a catch.
It's the fucking vein.
Now it's a catch. No. They changed the rules. That's a catch
You're
now.
going to give this poor man a stroke.
That's NFL. I love it. Every year. And it's the owners.
It is.
The owners. Every fucking year.
And it's Jerry fucking Jones, to be honest. I'm going to say goodbye to this man as we close it up. Thank you. It's always the best.
Yeah.
It's why it's the Loki and Jabroni show. And you're the king, man. You're the fucking king.
Wow. Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be the Rosie O'Donnell and Jabroni show.
I wouldn't have Rosie O'Donnell in my house, let alone sitting in that cushy chair right there. You were almost not even allowed to sit in the cushy chair. And we'll
maybe not Rosie. Maybe like Roseanne.
I would take Whoopi.
Because
Whoopi would be
Roseanne's
good.
coming back
I was
strong.
going to totally let you sit in the cushy chair with the nice mic, and I was going to sit there.
This is actually a very cushy chair as well. I've sat in both chairs when you're not here. I've tested them out. They're both equally cushy. Yeah, look. At the end of the day, we make the
in my
decision.
chair.
I would have let him sit in your chair.
I won't tell you what I'm wearing when I sit in the chair.
Dude,
but I sit
I'm sorry.
I sit in your
Once
chair.
you have this beautiful blackness, you're not going to settle
Oh God!
for little,
See, we're not racist.
We're not racist,
Especially
but
not
Eddie
him.
is.
He's
You're
over
not
there-
going to settle
He's over
for
there stroking it.
little blackness.
He's over there stroking it, for fuck's sake.
You're not gonna
He's over
settle-
there stroking it, people.
Did he just really say out loud, "You're not going to settle for the little blackness"?
Yes.
Hutch.
Look, folks. All right, look at this thing.
Oh my God!
This beautiful Rode Procast.
When the actual footage goes up later and you watch this show, he's showing you his big.
That's
black
why
member.
the band just
And
called
it's
themselves the Darkness. Not
Right.
the Great Darkness, not the Little Darkness.
Kim, thanks for
just
joining us. You missed all the hilarity, but there might be more to come.
There's a video.
All right, I know you got to run. We'll see you next week with topics and gimmicks and schnabbits.
And hopefully internets.
Yeah, I can't apologize enough to you guys for the Wi-Fi here doing its thing, and I'm just going to turn this here.
Might be going back to the other place.
Can we? Well, that'd be neat.
Will
fucking
they
do
let
it.
us?
Yeah,
Let
right.
us once a week.
We'll just squat. That's what we do. I want to read off some more things to pay the bills. Our April fundraiser is pinned to the top of the page. It is the Team World Vision fundraiser for Chad Hatfield. He is raising money to bring clean water to countries that do not have access to clean water. And also, as part of what he's doing, he is going to run the New York City Marathon in November. Chad has worked his ass off to make this happen. I'm going to pass on that. Thank you very much. Loki's trying to feed me whiskey.
My stomach lining is completely gone.
I'm going to bring some of my whiskey collection down next week, and we're going to taste test. Maybe it'll be like, all right, well, we'll put that,
That's my bottle.
we'll line it up. I will make sure that
That's my bottle.
that is your bottle. I'm going to write your name on it.
That might actually end up being cheaper for me in the long run.
Certainly
I was
could.
spending like $15 like for a 6-pack of IPA almost every week.
Well, you
It was
know,
like $30 for that bottle.
I'm buying all of it.
I'm like a third of the way done.
I'm buying all of
It's
it.
like $10 a week.
If you want some, what?
Just saying.
Oh, you could do it, and that'll last 3-4 weeks, maybe, depending on how heated the conversation gets.
Goodbye, broken motorcycle man.
That is the man, Loki.
Another one was-
Unfortunately, he has to leave, so I got to carry us out. We talked about Chad Hatfield with Team World Vision. Go to the top of our page. Please donate $1, $5, $50, whatever you can afford. This is I'm going to carry this beyond April. I'm going to say this every single week until Chad reaches a fantastic high dollar goal. You want some great shirts like Eddie's wearing right now and I wore last week? When we re-upload the video, you'll see Eddie's shirt. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do this. Show him your shirt. There you go. Look at that gorgeousness. It's a Loki and Jabroni t-shirt. You want one of those? You go to cafepress.com/Loki and Jabroni. You can get shirts. You can get baby onesies. You can get bumper stickers. You can get coffee mugs. Anything you want, we have it there for you. Shop one of our great affiliates, WWE, Amazon, Zounds, Fiverr. Pro Football Edge, I believe it was. Did I get
Focus.
Pro Football Oh, I think that's why you picked it.
I picked it because it's football.
Fair enough.
And it's a great fucking service.
www.lokiandjabroni.com. Click on the affiliates button and shop our great affiliates. It won't cost you anything extra. If you click on your Amazon link and you say, well, I have an Amazon Prime account. I don't know if it's going to, give me the same. It is. It wires you right through. It says, "Hello, Joe. You're shopping again. No hidden fees, no extra charges. Amazon kicks back just a tad bit, as does WWE, as does Zounds, as does Fandango. Movie tickets galore, man. Fandango, bring it on. If you want to donate to the show on a weekly basis, it's www.patreon, patreon.com/Loki and Jabroni. We take time out of our lives every single week, away from our families, away from our kids, away from anything we could be doing. I know Ed would, I'm sure, much rather be masturbating to panda porn like Jimmy Wisman brought up 2 weeks ago. But he doesn't. He's here with us, and he makes all of this happen. So if you want to donate, that's how to do it. I know we have a couple minutes left to fill. You with the head over there. What do you think of the outing of Sean Hannity today?
Oh, what with the lawyer thing?
The lawyer.
You're going to be shocked when I say this. I don't think it's a big deal.
I'm surprised by this. Why?
Well, here's the thing. The guy's a lawyer, so Sean Hannity has been in communication with him.
Okay.
But
isn't he the one that was he was spearheading the whole thing?
I know.
At least publicly.
Hannity is a Trump shill. But it's New York. Hannity's New York. He's known Donald Trump. They know the same people. I think we just gotta wait. We gotta wait till the facts come out. Okay.
All right.
It's kind of like, the fish. You know the fish. Just because you know the fish doesn't mean you have anything to do.
It doesn't mean I was involved in the fucking Fight Club.
Little kid cockfighting there.
Okay, recapping from the top of the episode, the rules of Fight Club are simple. 1, you don't talk about Fight Club. 2, you don't talk about Fight Club. And 3, you certainly don't film fucking Fight Club on your gimmick phone and send it out to people and get Ryan Fish fucking fired or whatever, regardless of guilt or intent. Dumbest shit ever.
Fucking guilty, dude.
Oh yeah, without question. Real quick shameless plug, as I do every week, Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. on the YouTube channel, C&J Speedway Review. Lots to talk about Bristol this weekend. Fantastic race. The first, I want to say 90 to 100 laps was run on Sunday. Weather got in the way. They restart on Monday. Weather got in the way. As I'm driving home listening to PRN, the Performance Racing Network, on my NASCAR app, they're talking about a weather cell that's coming in. I'm like, no, they're fucking 80 laps away. I got to see the end of this race. Just being a homer, Harvick starts dead last from a backup car, works his way to the top 10. And what I heard on the PRN was exciting. And then when I got home, I wasn't disappointed. It was a great race all around.
The talk on Facebook is that hopefully summer falls on a weekend.
Wouldn't it be nice? Because we've had 2 races, weather delayed to Monday. Martinsville got snowed out.
Well, this spring we've had 3 ice storms so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for NASCAR to, and we'll probably
Where's this there global warming I hear so much about? I call bullshit.
There's some jackass in Tennessee right now. By the way, Ed, I don't know if you saw any of the race. Probably not.
Definitely not.
Go look at like a 20-minute highlight video or something. This is a place that holds near 100,000 people. It looked like there were 900 people in the stands on Monday. And I know a lot of people have to go back. Oh.
Was it bad?
Oh, yeah. It was cold. They had a 40-degree
And they were
drop.
still racing?
Oh, yeah. Cold doesn't stop a fucking race car. Cold will stop the fans, though. It changes the track a little bit, but I'm sure we'll talk about that Thursday on C&J Speedway.
Most of their money is in the advertising and the sponsorships anyway.
Sure.
I doubt the ticket sales are that much.
But it reminds me of a story that was printed about the Chicago White Sox game that went on not too long ago. 10,000 tickets were sold in a place that seats 34,000 people. 900 people showed up. It looked like a ghost town. It looked like there was a bomb threat. And I was texting back and forth via voice text.
I bet you those 900 people are people that got scalped by people with tickets.
Probably.
And probably paid like 3 times what the tickets were worth.
What is our ticket affiliate, by the way?
Actually, they're gone.
They're gone?
They left the network. Cheap tickets was.
Why am I only seeing Jabroni? That's because Loki left. He had to leave, and I'm closing out the show.
Because responsibilities, motherfucker.
That's right. And I live here, so if I had to leave, it would be the Eddie Focus show. And
I thought of doing that on snow days.
Tis what it is. Oh, I know, man. We've had the weather here. You know, we've had more people watch us than attended the Bristol race this past weekend.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? For the 99,000 people that weren't in Bristol this weekend, if you watch it on TV, you got an exciting race, and we're going to talk about it Thursday night. One thing I really want to push out there to you guys is, you know, we had the ad reads earlier. We pay the bills every week, and we say, you know, go to this site, go to this site, go to this site. We do this every week for the grand total of free. You don't have to pay to listen to us. This isn't a subscription-driven, you know, algorithm where, you know, the more subscribers, and it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Your help is greatly appreciated. The more we give to you, we'd like to see a little bit in return. We're not asking you for your fucking mortgage. We're asking you to
do what you would normally do, just do it through us.
Right. So when you shop Amazon, when you shop WWE like Eric B. Mitchell and buying 8,444 fucking belts, you know, I used our link to buy the WWE Network. So we might get 9 cents from that. Whatever the case is, use our affiliate links when you shop. Go find us, LokiandJabroni.com. Click the affiliate portion. You know what? Now you've inspired me. Now I'm going to write a blog, and you're going to have to put it up. So I might do that.
Hallelujah.
Might do that once a week. Christy,
just let everybody know on Patreon too. I've made some adjustments. Every donation over $15 gets a reward.
Fantastic.
We're going to hand you an Amazon gift card.
Nice.
That you should go to our website and use.
Right. Christy says, I wrote your podcast on their receipts. They're coming in the night. You guys are here. They loved it. Thank you, Christy. That's awesome. People helping people. They should tell their friends, and you should tell your friends. And if there were any other friends left, every time I go to where it says invite your friends to like the show, if I had anybody left to invite, I would certainly invite them. Word of mouth, man. Get it done. This guy across the table from me, the second hardest working man in the podcast business, tied first is me and Loki, because, you know, he works tremendous, ridiculously retarded hours, and I go out and try to find absolutely awesome guests, and I'm still working on May.
I'm working on a guest too, actually.
Yes, you are.
So so far the response has been good. We'll see.
Good.
This is I'm not going to say too much about it yet, but
and I haven't said too much about my guest, even though the NFL draft is coming up, and when it's over, we're going to have someone who actually played in the NFL on the phone talking to us in regard to the NFL draft, and he happens to be one of my favorite players of all time. No, it's not Dan Marino. Don't get your panties in a knot. I'm not that awesome, but I'm awesome enough to get someone who is a live, day-to-day, drive time sports analyst on a radio station somewhere here in these great United States that is willing to come talk to us, and we're going to have a good time. And I will wear his jersey in his honor. Yes, I have his jersey. Get ready for it. It's going to be awesome. Ed, anything to throw down in the last minute or two of the show?
No, just make sure you check out the Speedway and share that show, please, if you're into racing.
Oh, you know what? Also, if you missed my video on C&J Speedway review, I will share it on the Loki and Jabroni Show page. I got my first paid
Is that this Thursday,
Speed crate.
Or is Corey doing the...
No, this Thursday we're doing the Speedway. I got my first paid-for Speed crate last night, and boy, was I happy. I can't tell you. Right behind me, Ed, you can see it, is a little flag that I got.
Freaky fast.
Double-sided. On one side, it's the Jimmy John's car. On the other side, it's the Blue Bush car. Very nice. I got a great lanyard. I got, for my keys, I got a sticker. I got a magazine, which is right here. They do these quarterly, so this is a Pole Position magazine. And I got the shirt that I was going to buy some weeks ago when Harvick won 3 in a row, and I didn't. I wanted to see if he could win 4 in a row. When he didn't, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to buy the T-shirt. Came in my speed crate, man. It was fantastic. 50 to 60.
Because nobody else bought them either, so they just sent them with the speed crates.
Trust me, there was a lot of folks buying that shit. I've been watching the Kevin Harvick Nation page. Everybody bought that shirt. But I got one for my speed crate. For $30 a month, you get $60 worth of NASCAR gear in your lap every single month, and we're giving one away for free. So all you got to do is go like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody's going to get thrown in the bucket of gimmicks. It's going to be shown for the first time ever on C&J Speedway Review in less than a month. And somebody is walking away with a free speed crate. One free speed crate. It's going to be fantastic. Driver your choice. Availability based on the drivers they have speed crates for. So if you're a fan of Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, fucking Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, whomever, the speed crate's there for you. If you're a fan of Matt DiBenedetto, I'm sorry they don't have a Matt DiBenedetto speed crate, although I wish they did. Guido's a really nice guy. Love to get him on the show. Having said that, I'm pretty much done.
I'm all set.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week right here on the Loki and Jabroni Show. Take care. Bye.
Good night.